TGIF. Am I right? Thank goodness it's Friday. Thank you so much for tuning in to Real Radio. Hopefully you were hanging out this morning with Rover's Morning Glory, and we so appreciate you staying along with us here in the PH. If you want to participate, you always can do so. We have a toll-free number, 877-927-6969. The talkback feature on that absolutely free iHeartRadio app is super cool. You just search Real Radio 921, click on that microphone, and just like that, you can leave us a voice message. There's a text line, 47142, started off with Real Radio. And the guy to my left, he's got an email, Jimmy@realradio921.com. Good morning, this is Franny, and of course we have Jimmy. Good morning, Jimmy.
Hello, and good morning, young lady. How are you today?
Oh, I'm doing okay. G-Man will be with us shortly. And it is a Friday. You know, that means we got good things going on. Greek misspeaks. We got a prize giveaway. And 3 times a day, make sure you're tuned in. 9 a.m. already happened. Sorry, we missed that boat. But next one is at 1 o'clock and 5 o'clock. We are giving away pair passes to Las Vegas to the iHeartRadio Music Festival happening in September. Not only are you going to get into the iHeartRadio Music Festival, we also do airfare, accommodations, transportation, and $1,000. It's a pretty sweet deal. So how did the psychic go this morning, Jimmy? How did what did she tell you?
She couldn't tell me when I would be here, so we weren't sure. The little running joke that we have, that was kind of fun.
You made me laugh. So I meant to tell you guys, I knew I was going to be here on time, but I had a 9 a.m. doctor's appointment, and it was just to go over some lab work.
You never know, though.
Yeah,
you never know. I mean, some things happen, and sometimes, traffic happens.
True.
It's funny. Go ahead and finish your story.
No,
I'll tell mine.
so G-Man, and I was like, and he got to it before I did. So he's had some dental work done, stuff in his mouth, and I think he had a follow-up, and then he sent that, and I was like, oh, crap.
What?
And I was like,
he had what?
He's a mouth stuff
Something
in his mouth done, work in
okay.
his mouth.
Thank you.
And so I was like, oh no. I was like, I have a doctor's appointment, and it just like came to me. So then I text. I was like, well, I have one at 9. I was like, I should be here before the show starts. And then Jimmy text said he had a psychic appointment.
And I wasn't sure if I'd be here at all because she couldn't tell me.
And I was just like, well, she sucks then. She's not good at her job if she can't tell you if she's going to be here or not.
Yeah. No, even all fair, we have fun together.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's always a blast.
It is. But we got some good things going on. And of course, I'm going to tell you what to do this weekend.
Yeah. Tell me what to do.
Tell me what to do. If you ever want to add things to it, that the best way, at least to get it to me, is on that text line at 47142. Started off with Real Radio. I know sometimes we have people who are in bands, or maybe you have a nonprofit, whatever it is. If you're doing a benefit, always send it my way, and I will add it to that list. So, Jimmy, you got any plans this weekend? Anything big, major?
Let's see. So we're going to go back down. Last weekend, I had mentioned that we went, and I want to make sure I give her another plug.
Yes.
So we went to see Susan at Palm Beach Parrot Rescue, and because we're looking about adopting a small bird, right? So
now let me ask you on a personal level:
Sure,
is this the one that you posted on your social media, the gray one?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't.
Okay, because I saw that. There was a picture of a gray bird that you posted. Yes. So no.
I'm not. I'm trying.
Okay.
I've made so many posts recently.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember which ones of hers that I posted.
It was an African gray.
No,
Okay.
That's it. No, because we were not looking at an African.
Got
it. But anyway, so we went and looked, and we did some research because his first time ever adopting a bird like this. There's things to learn, and there were wishes that I kind of had, and there were some things that she wanted to do. So we ended up finding a bird there that kind of took to Carla right away, and so we're gonna go back tomorrow with Katie, our youngest daughter that lives with us, to make sure that there'll be compatibility there, because there was with me, there was obviously with Carla. It took right away to her, so we want to make sure, because we can't have a pet in the house that is not going to be friendly to everybody,
of
right?
course.
So that's part of the what we're doing to make sure. And if things go well, I don't know if we'll be able to bring it home tomorrow if that works out well.
What is like the vetting process? Is it similar to adopting a dog? Because I know that sometimes they want to adopt a dog to anybody. Some of these rescues.
Well, yes, because they obviously don't want a breeder or somebody like that to come in. They don't, they try. Susan really does try to vet the people as much as possible, but it's not a perfect system like anything, but you do it this way where you learn. Like we got a pretty big education last week as to what we could do and couldn't do, and what's good and what's not good, and she does a really good job at that. So I don't know if she has a personal system or how she does it, but she does. She tries to match the right bird with the right person or people or
That's
house.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, that's exciting. So you might have a new pet this weekend.
Yes.
I guess we shall see.
As long as everything goes well, I don't know if we would bring it home, and again, there's all that, right? But it is very similar to like a dog, where you go and they choose you, right? That's always how it works, right? The pet usually chooses the
it's so true.
the adopter.
Even if they're puppies or grown adults, like you really do. I mean, and I with all my dogs, I knew that one not really. One just got left with us. But with Piper, I couldn't leave her.
Right.
I chose her because she was so sick when we went to the house where the woman was rehoming her, and I was like, I can't leave this dog here. I was like, it was a terrible condition. And then I swear, Phoebe, when I saw her the first time, they brought her to us, and she tackled me and licked my face all over, and I was like, "Yep."
Well, that
she's
was
staying.
The choice was made, but even with Piper, I mean, can you not say that the bond was there?
The bond was there. It took some time, but it was one of those things where I looked at my husband, and it wasn't quite there yet. I always wanted a golden. This golden needed a home. But when I was there and I saw the condition she was in and how she was as a golden, she was scaling the walls like a cat hunched over, like that. Like that's not a golden's behavior. And she was so thin. And I looked at my husband and I picked her up and she smelled like poop. And I was and I just looked at him and I was like, I'm not leaving her at this house.
Yeah, little different circumstances than going to a shelter type thing.
But now she is my dog. And then with Lola, this is terrible. Her parents went on vacation and then never came back to get her. They said, hey, do you just want to keep her? And I was just like, I guess, I'm not going to, what are you going to do with her? Are you going to bring her to a shelter? Or like that was a thing. And it was one of those where I was like, how can people do that to their animals? Hey, watch her for a weekend while we go to Vegas. And then when we come back, you just want her. I was like, okay, yeah, I guess so.
Well, I guess in the end it worked out well
Absolutely.
for all three of those animals. So I mean, even though the circumstances are a little shaky on a couple of them there,
they were a bit shaky.
At least it worked out well. They're obviously in a loving home now. I saw
my husband would say too much.
Well,
at least for me.
I saw an article too today, and it kind of poses a weird question where a woman had just adopted a pet dog, and it wasn't long afterwards that it got sick. So she took it to the vet, and the vet said that whatever it was pretty much terminal, right? So the best thing to do would be to euthanize it. And whatever state that was in or town, I don't know if it's a town or just, I think it was the state that said that you cannot be present when an animal is euthanized.
Really?
Which is weird. I know it's not that way in Florida.
No, I recommend being with them till the end.
Yes.
I mean, you're the one they want to see when it happens.
One of my biggest regrets with Buzz is we didn't stay because we were just so heartbroken.
I understand
that's still, it's not an excuse. Point being, though, back with the story, she couldn't be there. Well, what ended up happening is apparently this vet's office said, you know what, maybe we can give it a shot and save the animal. So it did. Fast forward about, I don't know if it was 6 months, a year later or something, this person, the same person that thought that animal was euthanized, saw that the pet was up for adoption.
What?
Somehow.
So the vet didn't tell her?
No.
Like,
apparently she was never told. That she was never informed.
That's
it was
shady.
As if it was surrendered.
Yeah.
And which I guess in a way it was, but still, I mean,
but it was a vet that told her.
Yeah, it was to reverse the decision and go ahead and try to help the animal out, and it ended up working apparently. But now this person wants the dog back.
Yeah.
And she's going to sue for it and blah, blah, blah. And that was kind of the premise to the story. I just thought that was very, very strange. I've never heard of a situation like that before.
Yeah, I have not either.
Anyway, Here's a situation that you hear about every Friday, and that's
Yes.
called a Greek misspeak
It's that
in
time.
review. And yes, we have a new Greek misspeak this week, and this is where I'll take things that Greek says, I twist it up, because we want to make something comical out of it.
Yes, you put work into it.
Yep.
It's not all Greek. I mean,
I mess
you
the
make
words
him
up.
sound like that.
Yeah, I have to. You have to. And we call this the Greek misspeak in review.
This is your Greek misspeak review.
Harry Potter, grow up, bro. You get married. It's gotta be Harry Potter. I mean, you want to do that? Go to a Ferris wheel someplace.
Ferris wheel. That's a great idea.
Do you think that is said amongst them? Just like, hey, man, we don't want to come back here for Game 7? You think they are thinking that, or game it a game?
It's all so clear to me now.
And that's one of the posts that Franny said on the Fun Facts that's won the most. So Paramount 5.
What?
I don't know what that means.
Knicks last night at the Garden blew out the Pacers.
Yeah, I think it's getting worse.
But yeah, a lot of them, they always have jobs to pay the ends meet.
Translation? They were going to turn all the members into Xehanort.
That just goes to show how big it was that the big networks picked it up.
And they showed the audio, and
I can't see it.
hey, go get a piece of ass on the side.
All right.
It's your wedding day.
Who doesn't?
What? 6 beautiful ladies, $5,000 up for cash.
Oh, yeah? Up for cash, huh?
Jackpot.
That is our G-man.
Yeah, you're getting married. Get a side piece.
Get a side piece.
Nice.
That was a good one.
There
Solid
it
one.
is.
Brand new one. And if you want to listen to your favorites, you can always request it. We got the request line open. 47142. That's the easiest way to do so on the text line. Just start it off with Real Radio. Now, I have another update on the Michigan guy. Have you seen this?
Oh, I did. The driver's license dude?
Oh my God, yeah. So the guy who went on the Zoom meeting or it was a Zoom trial, and then the judge was like, are you driving? And he was. So the judge was like, all right, well, this trial's for a suspended license. You need to come show up and turn yourself in like right now, basically.
Right.
So then the guy decides that he is going to go on social media. His name is Corey Harris. And then talk about how he didn't have a suspended license. And 2 years ago, it was all cleared up and blah, blah, blah. And this is a clerical error. And so he's like, I'm innocent. And this is embarrassing. And, I'm a member of my community and my church and da-da-da. And I'm just very embarrassed by this whole thing.
Sure, yeah. And actually, come to find out, he was correct. He did not have a suspended driver's license. Please continue,
Yes.
Francis.
So Jimmy is correct. According to this, he did not have a suspended driver's license. He didn't have a driver's license at all. So I'm like,
And
I'm
the plot
so
thickens.
confused. Yes, so he went viral for driving during this Michigan Zoom court hearing, suspended license. Then it came out that his license should have been reinstated. Now it turns out he never had one to begin with. Harris only had a state-issued ID, is what they're saying. The judge, Cedric Simpson, said in a hearing for Harris this week that the man has never had a license anywhere and that there's an active bench warrant for a 2015 driving issue. The end result is that Harris was tossed back into jail. They said when released, he'll have to take written and practical driving tests to get a real license. But I listened to the audio.
Yeah,
Do you have it?
Yep.
Yes,
Here
it's
you
great
go.
because he didn't have a license anywhere.
He has never had a Michigan license, ever, and has never had a license in the other 49 states and commonwealths. The way I know that he's never had a license, May 3rd, 1999, he applied for his first Michigan ID. You cannot have both. You either have an ID or you have a license. He has religiously every year gotten a new ID. And so he knows that he doesn't have a license. I just wish he would have said that at the beginning. And all of this hoopla could have been just put all aside.
Well, of course he didn't say it because he knew he was breaking the law. So
Yeah. Well, is it or is he just not there where he thinks his state issue ID is a license?
It's a license.
Because he said he renewed it every time.
Right.
He kept on getting a renewed, he kept up with his state ID.
Right.
Is that it? Was in his head. He was like, oh, this is a driver's license. Looks like one. I mean, there are special people out there.
I know. Well, Mr. Corey Harris, is that his name?
That's his name.
Sounds like he's pretty special.
Yeah. So another twist. I'm curious to see because he is back behind bars but I am curious to see if he happens to come back and say something else.
Well, from what I understand, my part of the article here says Corey didn't directly comment, but his attorney basically admitted that he lied.
Yeah.
He says Corey was not under oath for anything he said to the media, that he just wants to move forward, and that he has an appointment to finally get his driver's license. So apparently he's going to go through the process to get it, maybe.
Yeah,
at some point.
I guess so. It is quite crazy. It is. It's like, I mean, obviously the one that we're going to believe is the court and the judge. And in the beginning, we're like, oh, maybe there was a clerical error, but I guess not.
Yeah. Well, hey, and that's kind of strange. I'd never heard of that because I've never seen like a state issued ID other than a driver's license, right? So I don't know what they look like, but presumably they might look similar to a driver's license, where it's a photo ID with some sort of information, the address or something to to the side of it.
Yep.
I would imagine.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know you had this, Jimmy, too, and I looked at it, but talking about how work phone calls are back, and there's a certain generation that's not happy about these work phone calls that are coming back. And when did work phone calls go away?
They went away with Zoom.
Yeah.
And that's the whole idea behind this particular phenomenon that's going on, is apparently, the younger generation. And this is what I found very weird with it. Hold on. I got some info over here.
Okay. But I love how it says, because the article itself, they call it telephonophobia.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I couldn't. Well, hey, if you're gonna come up with a phobia name,
Yeah,
I mean, it's pretty much it. So apparently, a lot of employees, in the younger ones, under 30 for the most part, they're really used to texting. But with this article, it's saying that they don't like the idea that some companies are going back to phone calls. They're used to Zoom.
Mm-hmm.
So they would prefer doing a video call versus a phone call.
But we're also hearing the younger generation, when they do the video calls, don't like to show themselves on the Zoom call. So basically, it's a phone call.
Which makes no sense, right? I mean, that part of it doesn't make sense. But that part wasn't in the article that I read. Was it with you?
No. This was an article
that was
from
something
yesterday.
that we've talked about in the past, right? But according to this, they give an example. One 26-year-old said that she must listen to music to pump herself up before she even gets on the phone, just to make a phone call. These kids can't even get on the phone because it gives them so much anxiety. And what they're saying is, if they can't see your reaction, like as we're talking, like you and I right now, we can see each other, we're talking, and they feel that if you can't see that, they don't know maybe if you misunderstand what they're saying, or they get the anxiety comes in and says I don't know what their reaction's going to be. I can't see what they're reacting to, and that's part of the reason why they're having this problem.
What is this going to turn into? Are we just not going to talk? And is there going to be a point where there's no text messages either? Where we're just, I just don't understand.
When I first saw it and I said work phone calls are back and young people are upset, like that was the headline to the article that I had read. And I'm like, oh, well, that's typical, right? Because a lot of them like to text and it's shorter, it's quicker, it's easier, it's more convenient. They can text when they want,
but
right?
sometimes it's necessary for a phone call.
But you do need to make phone calls and have direct communication like that, right? And we understand that. But it's the fact that they would rather do a video call, at least according to this, instead, because they can't anticipate or understand or communicate well enough on a phone call, plus the anxiety.
Yeah,
right?
I even read that the younger generation, they keep that do not disturb function on all day long just to avoid taking a phone call.
That's just weird,
right?
Well, I don't want to say weird. It's pretty remarkable that they're going through that.
It's odd. I will say that.
Now, what's even odder, this is the part that I was maybe we'll bring this back up when Greek comes back, because this part will piss him off. A woman named Mary Jane Copps calls herself the phone lady, and she charges $3,000 a day or $200 an hour for one-on-ones with people to get them over their anxiety of using the phone.
Did you say $3,000?
$3,000 a day.
And companies hire her.
She says some of the questions she gets surprises her, like, how do I end a phone call?
Wow.
Quote, things that may seem, pretty obvious to us they're no longer obvious to some of the younger generation.
What a scam.
Well,
What a racket that woman is
feels
doing.
like, hey, if people are paying for it, right?
Right?
I mean, I hate to say it, but obviously people
Yeah.
are having trouble getting through the process of making a simple phone call. Yet they would prefer it to be a video call. And that's the part that
Doesn't make sense because they don't like making eye contact with people either. We just keep on hearing these different things. I
Yeah.
don't know what's going on, but we will return this conversation. I'm sure G-Man would be interested. But speaking of Greek, when we come back, we have a Greek's trifecta coming our way, which he will hopefully handle. Then, of course, Jimmy has this day in history. We'll get to those when we come back on Real Radio 92.1.
Real Radio is the news junkie.
He didn't even mention to us that he was doing this.
Did you
Already
just
said
get a
yes.
studio apartment Airbnb? Or imagine you have multiple rooms, don't you?
It's a small house.
A small house.
You and Sean would have to share a room.
Feet to head?
No, not a bed, a room.
No, you can't.
The news junkie. Weekday afternoons at 3 on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Keep listening for the next chance to win your way to our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One.
A weekend full of superstar performances this September.
Streaming live only on Hulu. Tickets go on sale Friday, June 14th.
But starting June 12th at 1 p.m. Eastern, Capital One cardholders get first access to tickets and other exclusive offers for 48 hours only or while pre-sale tickets last. Visit iHeartRadio.com/Capital One for more pre-sale details. What's in your wallet?
Here's traffic on Real Radio.
Expect stop-and-go travel northbound on 995 from Hyperluxo Road to 6th Avenue South. Watch for an accident in Boca, Lyons Road at Southwest 18th Street. Spot something on the roads? Call the traffic tip line, pound 250 keyword West Palm Traffic. I'm Ron Hurst.
This report is sponsored by Red Pilled America.
Have you listened to Red Pilled America yet? It's the one-of-a-kind storytelling show that everyone is talking about. We tell good old-fashioned stories, the kind of stories that Hollywood will never tell. Join the independent media revolution and start listening to Red Pilled America anywhere you get podcasts. That's Red Pilled America.
Hey, it's the Greek for Jason Weiser, my attorney. Whether you were injured due to a car accident or medical malpractice issue, a slip and fall, or any kind of injury due to a fault of another, their team can help you. Board-certified personal injury attorneys. They can help you determine the responsibility party and pursue the damages and justice you deserve. Contact them at 561-689-8180, 561-689-8180. No fees unless they win. Jason Weiser, my attorney for over 20 years.
You're a Florida homeowner. You understand severe weather. But did you know that everyday elements like sun, rain, heat, and humidity can also wreak havoc on your home? From hurricanes to heat waves, StormSmart can protect your home 365 days a year. With storm catcher screens, aluminum shutters, and impact windows and doors. They're each designed to look great, increase your living space, and provide the protection you deserve. Because smart is made to last. Call 866-61-SMART today for your free in-home consultation.
Hey, it's the Greek from Narosa Palm Beach, where you can party with the beautiful ladies 7 days a week to 5 a.m. And Friday night is Fetish Fridays, live fetish shows every hour. It's Narosa Palm Beach 7 days a week with a 5-star menu and beautiful ladies. And if you want to watch a sporting event, it's always on at Monrosa Palm Beach. You're a winner even if the team loses because you got the beautiful ladies of Monrosa Palm Beach. Open at 5 a.m. 7 days a week. It's Monroe's, baby. Peace.
Injured on the job? It takes one phone call to take back control of your life. Anajar Levine will fight to get you the compensation you deserve. Call me, Glenn Levine, for a free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. In office, West Palm Beach.
A slow network is no network for business. That's why more choose Comcast Business. And now we're introducing Ultimate Speed for Business, our fastest plans yet. We're up to 12 times faster than Verizon, AT&T, and T-Mobile. And existing customers could even get up to triple the speeds at no additional cost. All from the company with 99.9% network reliability and advanced cybersecurity. It's Ultimate Speed from Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Don't miss out on our fastest speed plans yet. Get started with 500 megabits per second internet and security for $70 a month for 12 months with a 2-year contract when you add one unlimited mobile line. Plus, ask how to get up to an $800 prepaid card with a qualifying gig bundle. Don't wait. Call or go online to switch today. In 62324, restrictions apply. New customers only with 500 megabits per second internet and security edge. Eagle bill and auto pay required. Equipment, tax, and fees extra. Compares Comcast Business 1.25 gigs to 100 megabits per second 5G internet of Verizon, AT&T, and T-Mobile. Up to 3 times downloads for existing Essential and Standard customers.
My wife and I both, we ended up mildly sick for a few months, and the nasal congestion was probably the worst part. I had like a post-nasal drip, just super congested all the time. We were taking everything we possibly could, but nothing really worked.
Kyrie was miserable until a friend recommended Navage. Navage offers immediate drug-free congestion relief, flushing your nasal passages with refreshing saline and sucking out mucus, germs, and other airborne irritants. Don't live in misery this cold season. Use Navage so you can breathe easier, sleep better, and feel your best right away.
The biggest thing Navage has done has completely cleaned out my nasal passages. It was from the first use. I was able to just clear out anything that was stopping me from breathing correctly. Navage helps me clear the way, literally clear the way, for me to operate better in the rest of my life.
Experience the Navage difference yourself. Navage is available at Navage.com or at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and Rite Aid. Navage, Navage.
I'm getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20, a Pfizer vaccine.
So am I, because I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine. It can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle, unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. And right now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. With ZipRecruiter, one click sends your job to hundreds of top job sites. But more than that, ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies the candidates with the skills you need, sends you a list of great matches to review, then actively invites them to apply for your job. And the results speak for themselves. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. That's right, the first day. Now you can focus on your business and let ZipRecruiter do the work finding the best people for you. See for yourself. Experience the ease, efficiency, and power of ZipRecruiter for free. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Hey DQ fans! The ultimate cookie blizzard treat is the dessert that has it all. With Oreo, Chips Ahoy, and Nutter Butter, this blizzard treat has everything cookie lovers dream of. Don't wait! This one-of-a-kind confection won't be here long. Only at participating DQ.
Here's the latest with weather on Real Radio.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. Skies are mostly sunny as we continue to move through our Friday morning. Temperatures are starting to warm up into the 80s out there. Highs back near the mid-90s later today. We'll stay dry for the early part of the afternoon, and a few scattered thunderstorms will return. Could see more of them, though, closer to the coastline during the day. Temperatures are going to stay in the 90s for the remainder of the weekend.
This report is sponsored by Discover. As humans, we like having options. One option you might like is speaking with a real person when you call about your credit card. With 24/7 live U.S.-based customer service from Discover, everyone can talk to a real person anytime, day or night. Limitations apply. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
iHeartRadio celebrates the Tony Awards Sunday, June 16 on iHeartRadio Broadway, the greatest songs of musical theater.
Alexander Hamilton.
Go backstage with Broadway's biggest stars. Hear the stories behind the shows and commercial-free Broadway hits 24/7. Plus, check out exclusive interviews with this year's Tony Awards nominees. iHeartRadio Broadway, one of over 100 commercial-free stations on the iHeart app. Just search iHeartRadio Broadway and start listening.
Greek's Trifecta is sponsored by Pep Capital. It's sports. It's what's going on. Peace.
This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast. You're listening to the Penthouse Now back to the Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Welcome back into the Penthouse on a Friday. What's going on? Good morning to you. Thank you so much for tuning in to the PH. Just a reminder, we always have a giveaway, so make sure you're tuned in at 11:45 because if you want a delicious steak dinner, that's what we're going to give you. We have a $125 gift card to New York Prime. That's Boca Raton's premier steakhouse. This is Franny. Good morning, Jimmy.
Hello and good morning.
And we will have Greek with us shortly. But until then, Jimmy is going to handle the trifecta.
Riders up. It's Greek's trifecta.
Well, jump on the train because the Yankees won number 8 last night. They beat up on the Twins 8-5, and they take on the Dodgers. Next matter of fact, they host the Dodgers today in New York. If you're watching the NBA, Boston had a dominant win over Dallas, 107-89 last night. They take on the Celtics and Mavs. Take on it's game 2 will be Sunday at 8:00. And finally, Panthers, Oilers, game 1, Saturday. That's tomorrow. You can get a pregame at 7:30 and the puck drops at 8:00 right here at Amerant Bank Arena.
Go Panthers.
Go Panthers. And that is your Greeks trifecta for this hour. And now let's learn what happened on this day in our history.
On this day in history.
Well, we're going to go back 255 years in 1769. Daniel Boone started his exploration of Kentucky on this day. And we're going to fast forward to the year 1776, and we know what happens in about a month or so from now, but the beginning to that started on this day because Richard Henry Lee of Virginia introduces a resolution for independence to the Continental Congress in Philadelphia. John Adams seconded the motion, and this was the prelude to the formal Declaration of Independence from the state of Great Britain. 95 years ago today, 1929, Vatican City became its own independent country.
It's interesting because it's called City.
Yeah, isn't it?
Yep.
59 years ago today, in 1965, the Supreme Court of the United States ruled that it is legal for married couples to use contraceptives. Until then, Connecticut had a law that banned such use. 1975 is the next stop on our time travel. Sony introduced their Betamax video cassette recorder to the public. It cost $995, and Betamax ended up losing the home video war to VHS, none of which matters the slightest anymore.
Sure does not.
45 years ago today, 1979, Texas passes a bill becoming the first state in the nation to make Juneteenth the official state holiday. 42 years, it's kind of strange because we just started that nationally, 2 years ago?
Yeah.
42 years ago today, in 1982, Priscilla Presley opened Graceland to the public 5 years after Elvis's death. Again, a little bit of a coincidence that we've been talking about that recently. And finally, 31 years ago today, in 1993, Chuck Berry, Billy Joel, and Pete Townsend were among the celebrities attending the groundbreaking ceremonies for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in Cleveland, Ohio. And that's what happened on this day, June 7th, in our history.
Well, thank you very much. And we have a couple texts that came through. You know what? I'll get this set up for you, and I'll read the other text because we have a request, Jimmy, for the Lane Dickmore interviews.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So at 47142, our friend JJ texted in. It says, "Hello, Franny. I found some interesting stuff on the web that I think you might want to share. I heard that pacemakers cannot be donated to another human, but they can be donated to and used in animal hospitals for dogs with heart problems. Says these types of donations can be set up even if you are not an organ donor. Don't let these go to waste. Help a four-legged friend." And that's from JJ. I did not know that, so thank you for putting that out there. And you know that we love animals here. Once again, the Palm Beach Animal Care and Control, they are looking for adopters, fosters, volunteers. They are overwhelmed in their facility. And if you have the time to foster in the space, they would absolutely do that. But if you are looking for a forever friend and want to adopt, this is a time to do so, because the month of June, they are waiving all adoption fees. And they're also including spay or neutering if it needs to happen,
Wonderful.
rabies, vaccinations, all that stuff's included for the month of June. So if you're looking for a new family member, a pup, this is the time. So we also have a text from our friend Casey. This is for the Lane Dickmore. Says, happy Friday, Franny. Since Greek is late today, maybe we should hear from someone else that has interviewed him, like Lane Dickmore. Have a great weekend, all. That's from Casey in North Palm.
Wonderful. Okay, well, we have those set up here for you. And yes, this is Lane Dickmore interview with Greek, number 1. Oh, hold on. We got it.
Greek, thanks for taking some time with me. Lane Dickmore from the Saskatchewan Sentinel. Of course, a burning question in all the listeners' minds is, what is your favorite animal?
Beavers.
Thank you. Would you say...
You're a ham and egger.
Very interesting. How about your ongoing relationship with Johnny C?
Wow, he's an attractive man. He was breathtaking. I got to be honest with you.
I felt the same. I was thinking about asking him out myself.
Don't take a no from somebody who can't give you a yes.
Oh, great. Thanks for the advice. Does that come from experience?
He has a nice touch on his ball.
Oh, really?
Yeah, jump on it.
Oh, thanks, Greek. Any other pointers?
Hit the hole fast.
Oh, gee, thanks. Anything else?
Just pull the thing. Jesus Christ.
Okay. Thank you. Now, how about you? I understand that you saw Matt Lauer a few months ago.
Wish I was sleeping with him.
Oh, really?
Talking about playing golf in Costa Rica.
That didn't age very well.
No, it didn't. It didn't.
Well, thank you. I appreciate you taking the time with me.
You're like popcorn. You're always fun.
Oh, I enjoyed myself as well.
Yahoo! Skippy.
No, that's actually Lane Dickmore. Thank you again for your time. Any parting words?
I am the Greek.
Peace.
Now, you think that one didn't age well. This one
Oh, we got another
certainly didn't either.
Can't wait.
The follow-up to the initial Lane Dickmore interview.
Oh, hey, Greek. It's Lane Dickmore with the Saskatchewan Sentinel. Thanks for sitting down with me again. It's been 10 years since our last interview.
Take off your top.
Oh, it's too quick for that. Maybe in a couple minutes. I hope you've been well.
I'm amazing.
Well, incredible. Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm good, rubbing doping.
I'm well also. Thank you for asking.
Nice.
Well, on with the interview. Since it's March Madness time, how's your bracket?
It's like shaking a moon and cheese falls out.
Oh, wonderful. I love cheese with my moon.
Hi, diddle diddle. Cat's in a kettle.
So I understand you've gotten married recently.
She had beautiful teeth and a beautiful mouth.
Interesting. I hope you had a nice wedding and everybody was able to come.
So I said, is Carmine here? And the woman goes, he's not here. But he was sick, thank God.
Is he one of your closest friends?
I don't think it's in my electricity.
Well, keep your friends close and your
True to
enemies
that.
closer. So how's it been working with Jayla?
She spent money like an NBA rapper.
Well, that seems a bit odd.
See, that's a little cat and mouse, the cheese and a fish.
Oh, excellent. I love cheese on my fish. How's Johnny C these days?
He always looks like jacked up. You know, he's like, he's cool. He's a cute guy.
I'm very happy to hear that. What new and exciting things are happening in your life?
I have a kangaroo in my shower if that's going to excite you.
Oh, you can bet your Ferragamos it will. Do you have any plans on traveling? Maybe overseas?
I mean, I would drove London nuts. I make the queen come out.
Oh, yeah, she is a very nice lady. I see you're still looking good and you're in good shape.
That too.
What's your
Yeah,
secret?
that didn't age
don't
well
mind bending
either.
over.
Well, that is one way
funny.
to get exercise. Well, thank you very much for your time today, Greek.
You're a poor excuse for a duffel bag.
Oh, that's a Pulitzer Prize winning duffel bag to you. Have a great day.
Thank you, peace, and all that jazz.
Those are good. Even though some of those things. But we got to bring back Lane Dickmore. Does he only come out every 10 years? Is that how it works?
I have to see. Well, it's been more than that, I think, than even that second one. But I'll have to see if I can get a hold of Lane.
Yeah,
If he's still with the Saskatchewan Sentinel.
Oh my God, I absolutely love it. If you have any requests like Casey did, you always can do so at 47142. Started off with Real Radio. So this is fun, but typically isn't a fun situation. And I'm talking about when you get broken up with, right? So typically when we think about breakups, it's not associated with humor. But there are instances where the delivery of the message can carry a certain comedic element to it. And some of these people shared this, and I'm sure at the time they were completely heartbroken.
Well, it can be funny to us, right?
Yeah,
but
of
not to
course.
the people that
And
get
I think after
broken
the
up
fact, when these people shared it, probably in the beginning, they were like, are you serious and heartbroken? But then they were like, you know what? This is kind of funny that they did this.
All right.
So while engaging in that face-to-face conversation, it is considered the most mature and appropriate approach to ending a relationship. Some people opt for, the more unconventional route, which I think a lot of people do, which is sending a message.
Like
Whether
a
it be a
text?
text message
Right, okay, right.
or an email.
email.
Yeah.
We're broken up.
Yes. Or just maybe an old school handwritten note. So this person just got 3 letters, an abbreviation for the text. And it was ILY, which typically somebody would text as, I love you.
Right.
ILY,
That's
right?
the first thing
Illy.
that came to my mind.
It is. That's what people say. This
I
to young
loathe
kids.
you?
I love you, Illy. So the texter, the girl was like, oh, good. Oh, thanks. Love you too. So it actually, what they wanted it to mean is I'm leaving you.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. I got
Not
it. Second
I
time.
love you. This guy clearly needs to brush up on his text abbreviation to avoid confusion. But not just that. Why would you text I and make her decide like that means I'm done with you. I'm leaving you. ILY. The girl was like, oh, I love you too. And he was like, oh, that's not what I meant.
Somebody needs a lesson in acronyms.
Right? Yeah. So that one kind of sucked. This one, they're talking, and these are messages that people got. This is creative. I wouldn't hate it too much. This pizza. One person decided to give a pizza, some pizza delivery man additional duties to deliver breakup news. They ordered a pizza for their soon-to-be ex and wrote on the lid of the box, I'm breaking up with you.
Wow.
Yeah. That's one way to make a person hate pizza.
Yeah, really.
Like, how dare you?
Yeah.
How dare you do that to my pizza? I'm breaking up with you and sent a pizza with it.
Wow.
Yep. This one, writing each other notes is a romantic way to stay connected and keep the fire, right? Burning a relationship. One beloved received a handwritten note on their 1-month anniversary, but instead of a lovey-dovey message, a message wrote, I'm breaking up with you. P.S. Happy anniversary.
Jeez. Wow.
What a douche.
Then again, it was only a month.
No.
So wasn't it?
I mean, what a douche. No, it was a year. Is that what I said? I
thought you said a month.
thought...
1 month anniversary.
Oh, you're right. Yep. It is a month, but still, like,
Even still,
yeah.
it's not a great way to do it.
Not. It's if you're breaking up, you're breaking up. Don't happy anniversary.
Things aren't working out.
Yep.
Can't even do that.
This one person got straight to the point. Post-it note. Left a post-it note on their door that wrote, I don't love you anymore. Bye.
Jeez. How long were they together?
I don't know. But still, terrible. It doesn't matter how long.
It doesn't matter. True.
Uh-huh. If you have done it, you can remain anonymous if you've broken up with somebody in a not so nice way, whether it's a text message or a note or a post-it note, or maybe you send somebody a pizza. You can participate and let us know. 47142 started off with Real Radio. Somebody sent someone a cake, speaking of food. They sent their no longer beloved a cake that said, I'm moving to Australia without you.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
Going down and under.
I don't.
You're not coming.
No, you're not. Wow. I could be taken a lot of ways. Yep.
It's funny. I didn't mean that.
I'm going to leave that one alone. But at least if you're breaking up with somebody, you give them food. It's kind of nice, no? And at least they have food to go along with it. Somebody said one lover didn't get the memo when they said sometimes love does fade, and being with the person you love may lose the initial fun for some. And that's the thing. That's why you got to work on relationships. It's not always going to be fun all the time. But, however, it shouldn't be a reason to break off a relationship. Just find more ways to have fun. So one
like
person,
swinging.
There you go. Didn't get the memo. Jimmy knows this. And when the fun ended, they ended things with a note that said, "Thanks for everything. I can't see you anymore. I'm not having fun." Is what it said. I just think writing a note in general is just a terrible way to end things. Just
what's the worst way that you ever broke up with somebody or they broke up with you? I mean, did you ever have something like this where somebody left you a note or a voicemail or a text or an email or anything like that?
No. I think both of my last marriage and then my last long-term relationship were just full-on just fights.
Okay.
That were just like, this is it.
Brutal.
Because they'd happened before. And that final argument was just like,
right.
never see each
We're
other
done.
again.
Yeah.
So it was nothing needed to be said. It was just kind of like had a fight and then just separated,
Right.
and that was it. Have you ever broken up with anybody via messages?
No, not like that. No, not like the message. The only thing that probably the closest thing that's sort of kind of cold like that is this one girl that we dated for quite a while. I've made mention about one particular thing because we've talked about like phone bills that were high in the past, and like I had 2 months in a row where she racked up a phone bill of like over $500.
Jesus.
And of course now back then that wasn't a big deal because
It was very easy to do.
You just call 2 towns away,
True.
and she would call her mom, and I know that sounds bad, but I mean, again,
It's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money for a phone
Yeah.
call. But anyway, it's like, so after it happened the first time, I was like, look, I just, we can't afford this, that, type of thing. And then when she did it again after that, and there were obviously other problems too. It wasn't just that. And when I went to do it, I'm very cold.
Yeah.
It's like, we're done,
Yeah.
and that's it.
It's
and
a
then,
switch, right?
Yeah,
It's,
switch.
once
the
it's off,
switches-
it's
yep,
off.
exactly, and that's how I can be with certain things like that. And
I'm the same.
So it's kind of cruel, And there was even times where, like I almost wanted to even be a little semi-consoling, but I was like, well, no, because then that gives the wrong message. So boom, just cold, done. It's off. It's cut off, and that's just the way it is. And that's probably the closest thing. But at least it was face to face. I would never leave a note or something like that. Of course, we lived together, so she had to move out. There was that.
You can't leave
aspect,
a note because you got to see her.
There's no leaving a note in that particular case.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that some relationships end like that, but I understand. A lot of people don't like confrontation. And these days, especially, I guarantee you with the younger generation, that's how breakups happen.
Well,
it's got to be via text message.
Well, there's that in ghosting.
True.
We really didn't. That's a fairly new phenomenon, right?
Yeah.
For the most part. I mean,
It existed.
I'm not
The
saying
term is different,
I'm
right?
not saying it never happened before where somebody just went away and you've never heard from them again. I'm sure that happened. But again, maybe that's the social media element that we see it more, or we see these things more, or we read these stories more. Now
It's probably more difficult to ghost back in our day because a lot of people don't venture out that often. Like, at least where I'm from, like in Kennesaw or whatever, we were always out and about. So you were eventually going to run into said person you were with. I mean, it was a very small place, and it was just it didn't even matter maybe if you ventured out to Atlanta or whatever. Eventually you're going to see that person, or you're going to see somebody who saw that person. Here a lot of people keep to themselves, or maybe they don't go out that much, that they're just they're okay with
it's big area. I mean, West Palm Beach compared to there, or like even where I grew up in a very small town, USA. I mean, everybody knew everybody, and you didn't do anything without everybody knowing about it.
Yeah.
Even good things, bad things, it doesn't matter. It's just that, there's always town gossip, quote unquote. So, it's hard to avoid that,
So we got a text at 47142, and they like the pizza breakup idea.
Okay.
But you send her a cheese pizza. Well, actually, it would be a pepperoni. Well, this one says a cheese pizza with a message, no more pepperoni for you.
Or sausage.
Yeah. So they like that idea. I also thought the idea, if you're going to do that, be creative with it. Maybe write the message in pepperoni that you want to do instead of on the board. So if you've ever done this, you can always remain anonymous. 47142. That is our text line to do so. You can always email Jimmy@realradio921.com. Of course, we have that talkback feature that we love because we love to hear your voice. Just download the iHeartRadio app, search Real Radio 921. Of course, keep us in your pocket all the time, but click on that microphone and you can leave us a voice message. Now, coming up, we do have some Florida stories, and man, we got some good ones today. I even had somebody text and was like, I hope you have this story. I was like, I do. Don't you worry.
All right.
So we have an IHOP patron that got Rudy Tooty fresh and abusey with a syrup bottle.
With a syrup bottle?
Yes.
Oh, I can't wait for this one.
Then a
Give me some good ideas.
A brilliant Florida woman figures out how to steal a car legally. And I say brilliant, that's sarcasm. Yeah, this one, she
stole a car legally.
You'll see.
Right.
It's not really like that, but it's
I'm not going anywhere.
It's a pretty funny story. And then I don't know if I want to tell you this story. There's a dude who actually kind of exploded. His colon exploded during an incident.
Well, get it in before Greek gets here.
I know I might want to because he's going to hate this story. And then scuba divers found a huge amount of cocaine. I'll let you know where. I have those details coming your way on Real Radio 92.1.
Stanley Cup final is on Real Radio. Our Florida Panthers have slashed their way through the NHL playoffs to become Eastern Conference champions.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what.
The final seconds tick away, and the Florida Panthers are going to the Stanley Cup final.
The puck is dropping on an epic battle for the Stanley Cup against the Edmonton Oilers. Real Radio is your official home for Florida Panthers hockey and the Stanley Cup final. Catch every goal, every fight, every face-off, and every game on the way to victory. Not near a radio? No problem. You can stream Real Radio 92.1 anywhere on our free iHeartRadio app. The Florida Panthers on Real Radio is sponsored by Precision Door of South Florida.
Just like the Florida Panthers, the team at Precision Garage Door of South Florida holds their installers and technicians to the highest standards in the industry. Join the winning team at Precision Garage Door of South Florida.
Getting you up to speed on traffic on Real Radio.
Expect stop-and-go travel northbound on 995 from Hypoluxo Road to 6th Avenue South. Watch for an accident in Boca, Lyons Road at Southwest 18th Street. Spot something on the roads? Call the traffic tip line, pound 250 keyword West Palm Traffic. I'm Ron Hersey.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Free is key during Craftsman Days at Lowe's. Right now, get one free Select V20 tool when you buy a Select Battery 2-pack. Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid through 6/19 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential. But finding those people can be a major hassle, unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. And right now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. With ZipRecruiter, one click sends your job to hundreds of top job sites. But more than that, ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies the candidates with the skills you need, sends you a list of great matches to review, then actively invites them to apply for your job. And the results speak for themselves. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. That's right, the first day. Now you can focus on your business and let ZipRecruiter do the work finding the best people for you. See for yourself. Experience the ease, efficiency, and power of ZipRecruiter for free. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Hey, it's the Greek for Tito's Handmade Vodka. Tito's Handmade Vodka makes a good night a great night. No matter what you're doing, make sure you put Tito's Handmade Vodka in your lineup. You have a tough day at the office, grab a bottle of Tito's, sit by your pool, and enjoy yourself. Playing golf, and maybe your score wasn't that good? You want to make it a better score? Have some Tito's Handmade Vodka. Enjoy yourself and enjoy South Florida. Pick up a bottle of Tito's Handmade Vodka today. Any day is a good day, but with Tito's, it becomes a great day. Tito's Handmade Vodka. Peace.
You met with the stable boy despite your father's orders. He hoisted you onto the saddle and you wrapped your arms around him, embracing his silent strength. He lay you down amongst the wildflowers. You experienced love like never before while you were buying dish soap. There's more to imagine when you listen. Discover heart-stopping romance titles on Audible.
Hey, it's the Greek. If you're looking for good people to add to your staff, reach out today to Action Labor, 561-683-1211. Action Labor can help you have a winning team and achieve your goals every day in your business. Construction, manufacturing, warehousing, or the food industry, Action Labor is your answer. Toughest thing in business is finding good people. Action Labor can help you find good people and quality people to add to your staff. Call today at 561-683-1211. Add to your team with a winning team. Action Labor. Peace.
Ocean breeze, tropical beach, pina colada. You can buy an air freshener to make your car smell like you're in an oceanside paradise. Or, better yet, you can point your car toward Daytona Beach and come experience the real thing. Visit DaytonaBeach.com to discover all there is to see, do, and enjoy along the world's most famous beach. Daytona Beach, Florida. Beach on.
On sale now, Sublime with Rome, Face to Face, Fortunate Youth, and Iconic. Coming to Abacoa Amphitheater. South Florida will never be the same. October 25th. Don't miss Sublime with Rome, Face to Face, Fortunate Youth, and Iconic. Coming to Jupiter. to the Abacoa Amphitheater October 25th. All tickets at eventbrite.com.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-632-4055 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-632-4055. That's 800-632-4055. What do you have to lose? Call 800-632-4055. Again, 800-632-4055.
Mental Health Fitness combines core wellness skills like physical activity, diet, and sleep with core mental health skills, understanding and expressing feelings, coping with stress, and mindfulness. Because mental health is as important as physical health, the Child Mind Institute helps families practice mental health fitness with healthy minds, thriving kids, videos, and resources for pre-K through grade 12, and positive parenting, thriving kids for caregivers. Visit childmind.org for tools to help kids develop into strong, confident adults.
Real Radio weather.
From the Gordon and Partners Weather Center, have you or a loved one been injured through no fault of your own? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. Our skies are partly cloudy to mostly sunny as we move through the remainder of our Friday. Hot and humid as well, with temperatures in the 90s and the heat index in the triple digits. We will see some thunderstorms returning across parts of the area today, starting inland and moving east towards the coastline towards the end of the afternoon and evening. Could see a few scattered storms again tomorrow.
This report is sponsored by Red Pilled America.
Have you listened to Red Pilled America yet? It's the one-of-a-kind storytelling show that everyone is talking about. We tell good old-fashioned stories, the kind of stories Hollywood will never tell. Join the independent media revolution and start listening to Red Pilled America anywhere you get podcasts. That's Red Pilled America.
WWGD is sponsored by Action Labor Staffing. Let them help you find your dream team.
From the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
Have you been in an accident? Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio 92.1 is WZZR West Palm Beach, an iHeartRadio station.
Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good. Listening to the Penthouse. Now back to the Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
It is the Penthouse on a Friday. Hope you guys are having a good day so far, and I hope you did listen to Rover and got your day off started. On a good note, we'll have a chance for you 11:45 to win a gift card to New York Prime for $125. Also in this hour, Franny will tell you some things that you can do in South Florida and so much more. Good morning, Jimmy.
Hello and good morning.
Good morning, Francis.
Hi, good morning.
Now over to you for some Florida stories.
Florida.
Florida. Did you say Florida? I'm from Florida.
WTF.
What the Florida?
All right, G-Man, you might want to take off your headphones for this one.
God.
I'm going to start with the gross and then continue on from there. This is really bad. I apologize. A man was eating breakfast with his wife when he coughed and sneezed at the same time.
Uh-oh.
That left him with a freak injury. The Florida native's colon exploded,
Jesus,
causing his intestines to fall out of his body.
Oh, my God.
Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Did they give him free breakfast?
The 63-year-old noticed a wet sensation, followed by a sharp pain. When he lifted his shirt, he saw several inches
Oh, this is terrible.
of bowel were sticking out of his surgical wound.
Whoops.
There goes lunch.
I told you.
Whoopsie.
He had recently had abdominal surgery, but doctors insisted earlier that day that his incisions were well healed. He was fine. So he's like, I'm going to go get myself some food. This sounds great. Let's go have breakfast. I'm good. His wife called an ambulance upon arrival. Paramedics say they observed a 3-inch opening with large amounts of bowel protruding through it. He was immediately rushed to the hospital. I'm sorry, J-Man. Welcome.
Can you poo or?
No, his intestines. His intestines, where surgeons were able to successfully return his bowel into his abdomen.
You just push it back in?
That's all you got to do. Just
Come
push it
on.
in, sew it up.
Push it in, sew it up. Somebody give me a needle.
After recovering in the hospital for 6 days, the man was sent home and experienced no further complications.
And the restaurant called
His
him.
case
You
is
didn't
now
pay your bill.
detailed. This case is now detailed in the American Journal of Medical Case Reports. They said this is very rare, but
Rare? Wow.
Very rare.
Rare, but serious complications of
sausage legs.
surgery.
Oh, God. Come on. This is over. I can't.
This is over.
God, his colon exploded.
All right.
From a sneeze and a cough at the same time.
What does that tell you?
Yeesh.
Hold it in.
Ugh, good.
I feel bad for his wife.
Man. Scuba divers discovered 25 kilograms of cocaine off the Atlantic coast of Florida. Monroe County, always in the Keys, right?
Telling you, this is why the fish are stoned.
That's why they're spinning in circles.
Yeah.
Rainbow Reef Dive Center in Key Largo is where the cops showed up. It was around noon. Scuba divers reported finding the stash in more than 100 feet of water in the Atlantic Ocean. They're saying that the package was labeled with fake Nike logos.
Wow.
Yeah,
They're everywhere, Nike.
Yeah.
Even underwater on the coat.
Well, that's what they thought. They thought that divers were like, at first they were like, oh, this must be just trash. Individually wrapped packages were discovered and these Nike logos. Well, yeah, it was not. It was a bunch of cocaine. I think a million.
Jackpot.
Yeah.
You think you found Nike, you find 3 kilos. You're like, wow, I want to be like Mike.
And then a 34-year-old woman was arrested after she attacked a 14-year-old girl inside of an IHOP in North Miami Beach. The incident reported around 10:15 in the evening. They said that the suspect's arrest report said the victim told police that she and her family were dining inside of the restaurant when they were approached by Precious Williams. Not so precious.
Mm-hmm. And her colon exploded.
Not so precious. Who accused them of talking badly about her 4 young children. Precious walked up to the family and was like, why are you guys talking about my kids? The victim said she and her family told Precious that they were not saying anything about her children. But Precious refused to listen and lunged toward the teen, grabbing her hair and screaming at her. The teen then pulled Williams' hair. They were in a hair-pulling fight in an effort to get her to stop attacking her. The victim's family and Precious's husband eventually separated them. Precious claimed that one of her children, they ranged in age from 3 to 8, told her that someone at the victim's table called them a bad name. Precious told police that she told her child to ignore it, but eventually confronted the teen and her family, attempting to find out what they said. She claimed the teen suddenly pushed her, at which time that's when she grabbed her by her hair, and they started fighting. Another person was struck in the head with a syrup bottle by an unknown person during this, because then it just turned into a brawl between the two groups. There is cell phone video that shows Precious standing over the teen as she was sitting down, screaming at her before attacking the victim, seemingly unprovoked. So showing that she, in fact, was not pushed by the teen first. So she did get arrested. And then finally here in your What the Florida, we have a Florida woman who called 911 so she could legally steal a car. Yep, this is our Florida woman story of the day. Tampa woman called 911 on herself.
Taking notes.
While trying to steal a car so she could, quote unquote, do it legally. Lee County authorities say 37-year-old Christy Turman told 911 dispatchers she was trying to steal a car that's not legally mine and told them to come make a report. Well, when they arrived to the dealership, Turman told deputies she was being trained in black ops and that she called authorities so her carjacking would be legal. Huh.
How does that make it legal?
It doesn't. She's just that kind of special.
So if you call the cops and say it, you're going to rob it, it's not legal?
Yeah, she said, because I'm trying to steal a car that's not legally mine. So y'all better come make a report. I'm reporting this. She's reporting herself. So deputies arrived at the dealership short time later. They found her exiting the driver's side of the stolen Toyota Corolla. Then the 37-year-old told deputies she was being trained in a game of black ops to steal a car, but called authorities so it could make the carjacking legal. So she called authorities to tell on herself.
She's the one claiming that by doing that it's legal.
Yes.
Right, okay.
So she said, if I call you guys and ask you how to do it, then it's going to be legal, right?
Right. Okay.
Yeah, so she called the cops on herself. Basically, not legal. She's a dum-dum. Sheriff's office arrested her, and now she's facing trespassing charges. Yes, makes no sense, but to her, it did. If you call the cops and say that you're doing it, makes it legal, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and that is your What the Florida.
You're a cop, you got to tell me.
You got to tell me. Great job, Francis. We do it twice this show, 11:05 and 1:05. Maybe one of the stories we won't get back at 1:05.
No?
No.
It'll be lunchtime. Maybe I won't talk about the exploding colon.
All right.
And the intestines coming out.
Oh, I thought the Black Ops one. They're stealing a car.
No.
Yeah,
That might
stealing a
upset
car.
some people's stomachs.
Yeah, no.
So there was a gentleman in New York who got robbed by gunpoint, and he was a poker player, and he had $250,000 on him, one of his bags. Sounds like an inside job to me, that maybe somebody knew this guy was carrying this kind of cash, but it was by LaGuardia Airport, and he got robbed, and these two guys came up to him with a gun and then took off in a silver car, and that was it. 250 large gone, just like that. See what happens. They said they're going to try to help him. Police say it's going to be, it's going to be tough. The guy, obviously, these people were disguised. They took off in a silver car, and that was the end of it. But he was a poker player. He had $250,000 on him. And I don't know. To me, it sounds like somebody knew that guy was there with that kind of cash and just ended up knocking at the door. And before you knew it, he got robbed, and that is it. Because the chances of just bumping into somebody, on the street with $250,000 on you is a little bit tough. Hopefully for this guy, he hasn't waited.
New York.
Yeah. But how do you know somebody's got that kind of money on you? It's a guess. It's a good guess, I guess. Maybe it could happen. I think inside job, but you never know.
Going to pay rent.
Yeah, that's right. You're right. 1 month. I'm sorry, Jimmy. Yeah, I'm glad you're here. What am I thinking? Oh, that's a half a month's rent. The guy was going to pay his landlord. That's what I'll probably say to the guy. I was going to pay my landlord 1 month. But, yeah, that sucks for that guy. There is no doubt about it. Don't forget the Panthers tomorrow night. They are taking on the Oilers. You'll hear it on Real Radio, 7:30's pregame. 8 o'clock is the puck. Up in Edmonton, the tickets are going really expensive. Not that they're not high down here, but up in Edmonton, they're reporting like crazy prices. I guess maybe because they have not been there in so long. But they're saying secondhand market like $12,000 a piece.
Speaking of Edmonton, I don't know if any of us are shocked that the Flasher has been approached by Cam Soda.
Yeah, we talked about this yesterday,
Porn
remember?
Dude casting too. No, but now she's got 2 different adult websites who are after her. I wonder if she takes on any of those. So, a spokesperson for Porn Dude says the unnamed woman's boobs were made for porn.
Yeah, they're perfect. Everybody's talked about them.
And they're hoping to get her onto the set of Porn Dude casting. And then Cam Soda has also put up a $100K offer out there, hoping to lure her cam services in. So she's got 2 places going after her.
Everybody keeps asking if she's going to be at the games next week, game 3 and 4.
Her ID still remains a mystery.
Yeah, that's what they said. They don't know who she is. Now, I don't know if she was a little maybe tipsy that night.
Which is surprising because there's so many sleuths out there. I'm surprised nobody has found out who she is yet.
I'm sure they will. Maybe it just hasn't gotten out yet.
I mean, the
Because her face, you can see her face.
Oh, clear
I
as
remember
day.
right. Yeah.
Pretty girl. I mean, very nice. And again, maybe she's just trying to stay. Obviously, she doesn't want people to know. Maybe she's married, kids.
I mean, she flashed the camera at a game. She doesn't care.
Well, maybe she didn't realize
At the
I'm
moment.
saying. Yeah, maybe at the moment she didn't care, and then after that, who knows? She might have kids.
You don't. If you have children and you're married, that's definitely a thought that goes through your head all times before
Maybe
you
she
flash
is.
a camera.
Maybe she isn't. I don't know. She hasn't come forward yet, but I mean, she does. She's definitely getting a lot of news. There's no doubt about it. Everybody's talking about her. This is the longest distance as far as flying in NHL history, they said this morning, for the 2 teams, Edmonton and the Panthers, being 8-hour flight. But yeah, the tickets up there are going for like $12,000 a piece. So I'm sure down here, lower bowl, they're going for a lot too. I've heard some outrageous prices like $4,000 or $5,000, but I didn't hear $12,000. But we'll see what happens with this woman. Maybe she gets, she ends up doing something. I did read like $100,000. One place said they would offer her.
That's what I said. Cam Soda.
Yeah, that's awesome. Jimmy, do we have a new Greek misspeak?
We certainly do. We have a brand new Greek misspeak in review, and here we go.
This is your Greek misspeak review.
Harry Potter, grow up, bro. You get married. It's got to be Harry Potter. I mean, you want to do that? Go to a Ferris wheel someplace.
A Ferris Ferris wheel. That's a great idea.
Do you think that is said amongst them? She's like, hey, man, we don't want to come back here for Game 7. You think they are thinking that, or game it a game?
It's all so clear to me now.
And that's one of the posts that Franny said on the Fun Facts that's won the most. So Parameter 5.
What?
What?
I don't know what that means.
Knicks last night at the Garden blew out the Pacers.
Yeah, I think it's getting worse.
But yeah, a lot of them, they all have jobs to pay the ends meet.
Translation? They were going to turn all the members into Xehanort.
And that just goes to show how big it was that the big networks picked it up.
Mm-hmm. And they showed the audio. And
I can't see it.
hey, go get a piece of ass on the side.
All right.
It's your wedding day.
Yeah.
Who doesn't?
6 beautiful ladies, $5,000 up for cash.
Jackpot.
Jackpot! Caitlin Clark, don't be surprised, but her name, Caitlin, is being, everybody wants to name their daughter Caitlin right now. I heard that this morning, too, that name has gone up. Even Clark. Some people are naming their daughters Clark, but Caitlin has gone way up the scale.
That's interesting that you say that because they were talking about how classic baby names are now on the verge of extinction. I don't know if you saw this. Oh, extinction. We won't see them again. Nameberry has come out with a list of baby names that are on the brink of extinction in the U.S. According to the website, they say that's devoted completely to baby names. Some of the old school names that were all the rage with the boomers are basically never used anymore. And they use data from Social Security Administration. Nameberry says these names were only given to between 5 and 19 babies this last year on record. Topping the list for boys is Al. And for girls is Bess. I don't know how many Bess. Yeah.
I haven't heard a lot of Bess.
So these are the ones that they say are on the verge of disappearing 2024. Al at number 1. Bernie, Bert, Bob, Carrie, Chuck, Kurt, Dom, Hal, and Lorne are the ones that they say are going to be completely gone. We know Dom, and he's young. Yep. Girls, Bess. I don't even know if I know Bess.
I don't know.
Kathy, Christy. Christy, to me, is still quite popular. I know a handful of Christies.
Mm-hmm.
Deirdre.
I don't know too many Deirdres.
Gail. Jeannie. Jody. Kay. Carrie. And Meg. So they say that these are the ones that
Meg?
Meg. Yep. Yep. So that's according to them that they said that they are on the verge of disappearing.
So if that's your name, you have to change it this year?
No, keep it.
Oh, okay.
Get rid of it. You have to
Keep
get rid of them.
Keep it.
You got to change it on
There's
your
not
license.
many about you. You'll be unique. Yes.
It's not as popular as it once was. The Philadelphia Eagles and the Green Bay Packers are playing Friday night, the first week of the NFL after the Thursday night game in Brazil. And one of the running backs, Jacob, said that the NFL is going to be very tight on security and very worried about their safety. And the Packers and the Eagles might not be allowed out of their hotel. They are worried about a lot of things going on in Brazil. And they don't want either team to wear green. It has something to do with the gang colors, I guess, out there. But they're saying that they're going to be a tough security.
Great job, NFL.
When I read this, I mean, nobody looked into this.
Yeah.
Now, the NFL didn't say
that's
this.
what a lot of people are saying is that, there's 4 teams in the NFL that wear the color green, and they pick 2 of them to go to the one country that you're not allowed to wear green.
Yeah. And that's when I read the article, and obviously it's not the NFL saying this is Jacobs, a player. I don't know if he gets in trouble after this. But he was just saying what they were telling him. They don't want him out at night, stay in your hotel. He goes, should be a fun trip. But yeah, the colors thing, I said that. What the hell? I mean, the Packers can wear white, and I guess the Eagles are going to wear white.
Mm-hmm.
But they're not going to wear green, that's for sure. But their numbers will be green. But yeah, it's crazy. And maybe the Eagles will wear different helmets because their helmets are green. So I don't know. It doesn't make sense.
Packers can wear a throwback? Don't they have like a yellow and brown throwback from way back, right? Or
when the Packers are on the road, they wear white, and they're green are home. So they'll wear their white jersey.
No, but I mean, they could wear a throwback uniform from the 40s where neither of them had green.
Yeah, maybe they can do that.
Yeah, the top or the bottom.
Yeah, where they'll both wear white, which will make no sense. Well, but you would think
that would be kind of tough, though. I thought like that was my initial thought. Well, they can just both wear white, but I don't know. It'd be hard to.
Yeah. You would think.
Because the numbers would be yellow, right, for Green Bay? When they wear white with the yellow with a green outline?
Not sure, Jimmy. I know Philly would be white and green. I think the Packers are I'm not sure what the color
Still
is.
be a little confusing now. I think having both teams that way.
But you would think the NFL, billions of dollars, somebody brought that up in one of the meetings, like, hey, not for nothing, I don't know if this is a great thing.
That seems to be, I think, the perception amongst people that I've seen on social media that's talking about it.
Yeah, like maybe we should have put the Cowboys. I mean, somebody. I mean, Giants, anybody, but don't put these two. That's not great for the players, too, if they got to be there for a week and they can't go out. I'm sure.
That's unfortunate.
Difficult.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, just practice and then that's it. But and they can't go there to the day before. It's not around the corner, so they got to be there 4 or 5 days. They said to get acclimated. But Jacobs put this out. I'm sure the NFL probably rang his phone number and called him and said, "Hey, could you shut up?"
Ring ring.
Yeah.
47142. Couple text messages from ways of breaking up. We talked about that. There were some letters, but we said you can remain anonymous if you have a way that you did it, and we do have that. And then some people commenting on Florida stories. It says, "I was trying to be sneaky and pack my stuff and bolt, but the wife came home early and caught me and asked me what I was doing. I told her I was going back to West Palm to look for work, and I'd call her. I never did. The papers came 2 months later.
Wow.
So that's what we call ghosting.
Yep, pretty much, right?
Yep, that's what
Go
we
away,
call.
no contact.
Yep, say, hey, I'm going back to West Palm, look for work. I'll give you a call, let you know what happens, and then you never come back home. Let's see, with the Florida Keys and the weed, it says that should be the motto down there in Monroe's Key, in Monroe County. It rains keys in the Keys. And then we have...
That's not bad. That could be a T-shirt. That's a pretty good one. Rains keys to the keys. I like that.
And... let's see. It says, I love how during the Florida story about the cola and Greek keeps going back, keeps going back a restaurant. I don't understand it. It says he can't fathom that people cook breakfast at home. I'm sorry, I didn't understand that. So
I thought that he was at a restaurant.
He was.
Okay, so then I wasn't wrong.
Yeah. But I'm also confused by that text message. And then they have, I got to look into a story somebody's looking at. They said, can you find the story about the guy who wore a butt plug to an MRI? He's suing the manufacturer. Have not seen that story yet, but sure, I'll look into it for you.
I can tell you all about it if you want.
Oh, yeah, you know that one? Let me wore to an MRI.
Yeah.
And then Brett from Melbourne listening on the iHeartRadio app. Hello, Franny, Greek, and Jimothy. Happy Friday. Today is Pat Sajak's last day. Can you please play Misspeak number 100 for the puzzled looks on our faces when we hear them played? Also, you were talking about, talking about independence earlier. Can Jimothy please play mine and Johnny C's favorite? Greek saying, greatest country in the country.
Oh, yeah.
Have a great weekend. Money is on the dresser.
All right, here's Misspeak number 100.
This is your Greek Misspeak.
What was that stuff a couple years ago? That Anthrax?
What? I don't know.
Yeah, and we went into one bad, and man, it was bad.
What?
I don't know.
It's just so different than what it is.
What?
I don't know.
But it's fun. It's different, and but that's the crew I'm with sometimes.
What?
I don't know.
Again, with everything, when you're not, you don't know what's gonna happen. You're like, oh God, what's gonna happen?
What?
I don't know.
I'm sorry, I'm a little combobulated.
What?
I don't know.
Yeah, so you have done that over the years. I enjoy it, even though maybe I don't.
What?
I don't know.
I can't put anything. I can't put everything down.
What?
I don't know.
I'd rather be you than me, bro. Any day of the week, believe me. And you know what? I can't put a nail in a hammer.
What?
I don't know.
I mean, you got to put the shekels in the coffler.
What?
I don't know.
He's like, no. He's like, I'm like, oh God.
What?
I don't know.
I'm like, oh my God.
No, God. Happy 4th of July.
To the greatest country in the country.
I read that so good that day. 877-927-699. 877-927-6969. One of the topics they had earlier this morning, I think, was weird ways you break up with people. And if you guys have any and you want to give us a call, let us know. Maybe it happened to you or maybe you did something. You should always give people the respect and talk to them, see them in person. I know ghosting to a lot of people is good. They like doing that, but I don't think that's cool at all. I mean, if you're with the person, have some respect. Call them up. Say, hey, look, I'm just not happy. It's not you. It's me. And let's move on. It is the Penthouse on a Friday, so we're going to come back with a trifecta. Franny's going to tell us a couple things that maybe you want to do this weekend. And at 11:45, we got a chance to win. You win the tickets, gift card to New York Prime, $125. That is a nice dinner and a great evening with you and somebody you care about. We'll be back. Peace.
Real Radio is the News Junkie.
He didn't even mention to us that he was doing this.
Did you just get a studio apartment Airbnb? Or imagine you have multiple rooms, don't you?
It's a small house.
Mm-hmm.
A small house?
You and Sean would have to share a room.
Feet to head?
No, not a bed, a room.
No, you can't.
The News Junkie. Weekday afternoons at 3 on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Keep listening for the next chance to win your way to our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One.
A weekend full of superstar performances this September.
Streaming live only on Hulu. Tickets go on sale Friday, June 14th.
But starting June 12th at 1 p.m. Eastern, Capital One cardholders get first access to tickets and other exclusive offers for 48 hours only or while pre-sale tickets last. Visit iHeartRadio.com/Capital One for more pre-sale details. What's in your wallet?
Let's see what's up with traffic on Real Radio.
Expect stop-and-go travel northbound on 995 from Hypoluxo Road to 6th Avenue South. Watch for an accident in Boca, Lyons Road at Southwest 18th Street. Spot something on the roads? Call the traffic tip line, pound 250 keyword West Palm Traffic. I'm Ron Hurst.
This report is sponsored by FarmShare Food Bank.
When disaster strikes, FarmShare is a lifeline to Floridians. FarmShare distributes life-sustaining food, water, and disaster supplies to communities affected by hurricanes, tornadoes, and even pandemics. To learn how you can support their mission, please visit farmshare.org.
Hey there, it's Franny. And if you're ready to take your backyard from blah to breathtaking, then it's time to call in the pros at Moon Valley Nurseries. Whether you're hosting a cozy gathering or the event of the season, Moon Valley Nurseries can transform your yard into the perfect backdrop for every moment. With free design consultations, their experts will create a space that is as beautiful as it is functional. From creating shade to blocking sound, they've got you covered. So why wait? Visit moonvalleynurseries.com/get-growing and let's make some unforgettable memories in your backyard.
You met with the stable boy despite your father's orders. He hoisted you onto the saddle and you wrapped your arms around him, embracing his silent strength. He lay you down amongst the wildflowers. You experienced love like never before while you were buying dish soap. There's more to imagine when you listen. Discover heart-stopping romance titles on Audible.
Hey, it's the Greek for Jason Weiser, my attorney. Whether you were injured due to a car accident or a medical malpractice issue, a slip and fall, or any kind of injury due to a fault of another, their team can help you. Board-certified personal injury attorneys. They can help you determine the responsibility party and pursue the damages and justice you deserve. Contact them at 561-689-8180, 561-689-8180. No fees unless they win. Jason Weiser, my attorney for over 20 years.
Apologies if this is a little too soon for some people, but did you know we sell garage doors now that are hurricane-proof? I wouldn't have thought that was a sentence I'd need to say one day, but apparently that's a thing now. Wind-rated doors. It's like selling doors that are zombie-proof or lightsaber-proof. Why would I need that? Oh, wait, check the forecast. I totally do now. At Mo Better Garage, we make that way mo better. In case you haven't noticed, weather's been getting kind of crazy the last 10 years. You'd think bringing all your valuable stuff inside your garage means it might actually be safe. Until you see your beige, tinfoil, 1990s vintage garage door like a leaf on the wind, floating gracefully over the horizon. Call Mo Better Garage and we'll get you a door you can count on. You're on your own against the zombies.
Mo Better Garage, we make it way more better.
MoBetterGarage.com.
Recently, a new client called me and started by saying, "Mr. Morgan, I really need your help, but I'm just a nobody." Those words stunned me, and I immediately called him back, and we're now helping him and his family after a terrible accident. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Everybody who comes to our firm at their time of need is a somebody. I grew up poor, but my grandmother was like a queen to us. At Morgan & Morgan, our goal is to level the playing field for you and your family at your time of need. The insurance company has unlimited money and resources. You need a firm who can fight them toe-to-toe. For right at 30 years, we have fought them in courtrooms throughout America. Our results speak for themselves. And always remember this, everybody is a somebody, and nobody is a nobody. Visit forthepeople.com to learn about our firm, Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Injured? Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle, unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. And right now you can try it for free at ziprecruiter.com/free. With ZipRecruiter, one click sends your job to hundreds of top job sites. But more than that, ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies the candidates with the skills you need, sends you a list of great matches to review, then actively invites them to apply for your job. And the results speak for themselves. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. That's right, the first day. Now you can focus on your business and let ZipRecruiter do the work finding the best people for you. See for yourself. Experience the ease, efficiency, and power of ZipRecruiter for free. Just go to ziprecruiter.com/free. That's ziprecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
I'm getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20, a Pfizer vaccine.
So am I, because I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine. It can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
Grab great gearhead gifts your dad will love, like tools, parts, and collectibles, or give the perfect card, a Summit Racing gift card. Shop SummitRacing.com. Use promo code RADIO for $10 off an order of $100 or more. Exclusions apply. Offer ends June 23rd, 2024.
For more information about contests on this station, visit realradio921.com/rules.
This is former Notre Dame quarterback Brady Quinn. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Progressive Insurance.
The Celtics are one of the more dominating offensive forces in basketball. But last night's 18-point win over the Mavs, the team can do more than just score. Boston's defense was great in Game 1, limiting Luka Doncic to just 1 assist and holding Kyrie Irving to 12 points. And if the best statistical offense in the league is going to play defense like that, an 18th NBA championship could soon be on its way to Boston. I'm Dan Patrick.
Progressive makes bundling easy and affordable. Get a multi-policy discount by combining your motorcycle, RV, boat, ATV, and more. All your protection in one place. Bundle and save at Progressive.com. That's Progressive.com.
I'm Maria Kondakova.
And I'm Nate Silver.
And our new podcast, Risky Business, is a show about making better decisions. We're both journalists who moonlight as poker players, and that's the lens we're going to use to approach this entire show.
We're going to be discussing everything from high-stakes poker to personal questions.
Like whether I should call a plumber or fix my shower myself.
And, of course, we'll be talking about the election.
Listen to Risky Business on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Risky Business.
Greek Trifecta is sponsored by Jason Weiser, attorney at law.
This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast. You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
It is The Penthouse on a Friday. I hope you guys are having a good day so far, and stay with us till 2 o'clock. Greek Zone today. We will have Rob Vino calling us up, and we'll talk about the NBA Game 1 and the NHL Panthers and Oilers. Jimmy, good afternoon.
Hello, and a good morning.
Franny, good morning to you.
Hi, good morning to you.
And it's time for a trifecta.
Riders up. It's Greek's Trifecta.
The Yankees cannot get any hotter. They won again, 8 in a row, beating the Twins 8-5. But this weekend, the Dodgers are in town. So let's see what happens. Soto last night did get an injury on his elbow, so he might be out for tonight. Yankees 8 in a row, tied for the best record in baseball. Last night was Game 1 of the NBA Finals, and it was lights out from the beginning. Boston won and blew out Dallas. Dallas got close a little in the third quarter by 9, and then that was it, and then it was lights out.
Boston went into the fourth quarter with a lead of 20, and they looked pretty dominant on both sides of the ball. Dallas shot terrible. Luka dropped in 30, but, man, they were terrible for three-pointers. And Boston was great from three-pointers and played great defense. Boston crowd were there, and they were going crazy. Everybody was there. The Wahlburgers were there hanging out, all the stars from Boston. And I am sure it was a great night in the city of Boston. Game 2, I believe, is Sunday night. See if Dallas can bounce back. And the Panthers and Oilers, Game 1, Saturday on Real Radio. Let's keep this going. First Stanley Cup in a year. Back-to-back for the Panthers, though, which is great. Let's see if we can get the first one in 30 years of the franchise. Panthers against the Oilers. We do have home ice. Let's go, Panthers. Let's make this count. Game 1 is important. So hopefully they can get a W and on the path. You only need 4 more wins, and we get the crown first time in 30 years. And that is your Greeks trifecta. Lunchtime edition, always sponsored by Pep Capital. And now over to Franny for a few things to do this weekend.
Let me get to some text messages quick, and then I will do that because we have a request.
Sure.
And it's a special request. But, okay, first we have this, talking about breakups. I think ghosting is the most immature way to break up with someone. Unless it's an extreme circumstance that involves your safety, I don't think there is ever justification to not be an adult and communicate to a person that you want to leave.
I agree.
And then, yes, we have a request here. It says, Happy Friday, everyone. Was wondering if we could hear Misspeak number 68 for Greek's dad's birthday tomorrow, 6/8, and that's from Kara in North Palm Beach.
Oh, that's very nice.
Here you go, Kara.
This is your Greek Misspeak Review.
Yeah, may your cranberry always be in your berry.
I couldn't have said it any better.
Peace.
I will ask you once. What the fruit?
What's with that? Are you in on it?
Yeah, he was like, it's too much. Instead of 11.
Come on. It sounds a little kabazi.
Yeah. Well, I'm just not sure about that right now.
Got to go with a fish, or hand somebody an orange and a Cartier.
Today we are talking about the top 10 signs you should see a doctor.
How does he have his freaking job? Oh, my God. I mean, it's just certain coaches on bizarre.
You still don't understand English grammar.
Once you said it, I heard it.
Can you hear me now?
Jimmy's a male dancer, stripper in Saratoga, Florida.
Where is it? Where is it?
Yeah, I love this. Somebody comes out. I'm sitting outside on the porch by myself, and it's usually somebody who I'm dating's boyfriend.
Oh, yeah?
Awesome.
What are you doing here?
Yeah.
Wow, this is going to be crowded.
Yep. All right, now you want to get into things going on this weekend?
Sure.
All right, let's do it.
I'd love to see you smile.
All
Usually
right.
it's at 2 o'clock.
So this is awesome. I checked it out this past Sunday. Highly recommend it. The Space Explorers, the Infinite, an immersive experience happening at the Kravis Center. It did kick off on June 4th. Goes through September, so you got some time, but do it now. You will not regret it. It is so dang cool. One of the coolest things I've done. This is where you embark on a transformative journey with Space Explorers, the Infinite, a powerful immersive experience inspired by NASA missions aboard the International Space Station. It will transport you to space, where you're going to witness never-before-seen 360-degree views captured in space using advanced technology that a view previously available only to astronauts. And you get it, too. This is indoor, air-conditioned, so damn hot out. Experience can accommodate groups of 10 to 120. So if you want to go with a big group, disconnect from the outside world, create new memories with your family and friends, and truly feel like you are a member of Artemis 2 crew, and you really, really will. I left there going, want to be an astronaut now.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And then
my wife and I are going to go. We're going to get some friends together, too.
Yes,
We're going to
awesome.
go down there and make a night out of it.
You are going to
can't wait.
love it. Miami Marlins playing today against the Cleveland Guardians, Lone Depot Park. Tonight, if you like local live music, I'm going to go check them out. And breweries, Coastal Karma, it's in Lake Park. They're going to have Girlfriend material. They're a fantastic local band. That's kicking off at 7. You got Art After Dark, West Palm Beach. This happens every Friday night, Norton Museum of Art, 5 to 10 p.m. It just comes to life. It's a fun mix of art entertainment featuring all kinds of stuff. They have a tour that you can do, open studio, live music. It really is a cool time if you've never done that. World Ocean Day art exhibit and concert going on, Riviera Beach, 5 to 10 tonight. The Terra's Oceanographic, Foundation and the city of Riviera Beach celebrate World Ocean Day with an art exhibit and live music performances. So if you're into that sounds cool. Then tomorrow, we got the Florida Panthers against the Oilers at the Emirates Bank Arena. course, if you can't go there, you can always listen to it live right here, Real Radio 92.1. Whitney Cummings, huge fan of her. She's going to be at the Dania Beach Improv.
Oh, wow.
Going on through Sunday. I think she's also part of Bert Kreischer's tour, right?
Yes, which is next weekend.
Next weekend.
I think, yeah.
I think I'm going to go to that. Sounds like a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have Alice in Chains Tribute Band at Matthews Brewing Company in Lake Worth Beach. Delray Beach Pride Fest is going on tomorrow, too, and concert. Join the city of Delray Beach for the 4th annual Pride Festival concert. Free event starts right there in Pineapple Grove at 4 p.m. Live entertainment, vendors, and at the end of the concert, they will have live music at the amphitheater at Old School Square. Then you have that starts at 4 o'clock. There is the adults-only glow party at night at Rapids Water Park that I've been talking about.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, they say get ready to groove at Rapids, adults only night. This is 21 and over. Event gets you access to Rapids after dark, features live DJ, big surf at the Big Surf Wave Pool, plus a glow foam party and drink specials.
Sounds like fun.
Right?
Can he be naked?
I do think so.
Oh.
I mean,
Right.
you can try. See what they say.
You got a glow stick.
Yeah.
You're ready to go.
They say tickets get you 1 hour of full park access. So get there early. So that 1 hour is 5 to 6.
Ooh.
Plus the adults only night event admission from 6 to 9.
Very nice.
So they probably limit a certain amount of park after the fact. Yep, after 6. Then Sunday, we got more baseball, Marlins, Guardians, Lone Depot Park. You have the Gardens Green Market going on. Starts at 8 a.m. Lazy Sundays at the Hilton. That's right there, West Palm Beach, Okeechobee. They say bask in the sun, take a dip in the resort-style pool, and enjoy live DJ entertainment, dancing, and a specially curated menu from La Playa, the poolside bar and grill. Let's see. They say during this weekly pool party event at the Hilton, non-hotel guests can purchase a resort pass for the day. And so you can enjoy your time there from 1 to 5.
Pretty cool.
Then they also have Poolside Sunday, something similar that they're doing and I think you're going to see a lot of this in the summer because it's a way for these resorts to make money if you're not staying there, right?
Yeah.
Wyndham Grand Jupiter, that's over there in Harborside for Poolside Sundays featuring DJ food, drink specials. This is going to be every Sunday from noon to 4. Same thing. You can buy your day pass at resortpass.com for both of those. And there you go for things going on. I always mention that's it.
Wow.
If you got anything, you let me know. 47142 started off with Real Radio. Oh, and of course, G-Man Monroe's has Fetish Fridays going on too.
Yeah, Fetish Fridays at Monroe's tonight. And if you want to watch the Panthers and you don't know where to go to Monroe's and watch the game. You'll score either way. Whether the Panthers are playing or the Oilers or something else, you'll have a good time at
Now you're
Monroe's.
talking.
Yeah. That thing, like you said, with hotels where people are just going for the day is getting more and more popular, especially in Vegas. There's an app out there we talked about there.
I think this is it, the Resort Pass.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah, because for both hotels, it says purchase at Resort Pass. So
Okay.
I'm guessing that's a website or probably an app you can download on your phone. But it's smart because let's say you can't spend the money to stay the night there, but you want to enjoy their amenities.
They didn't do this for
Do a day
years
pass.
because what would happen was when people would get upset who stood there if they couldn't get, obviously, a chair and stuff like that. Because you get hundreds of people that would end up going. But I think that's a great opportunity for a lot of places. Obviously, I know hotels are a little bit down right now because it is the summer season.
Well, here in Florida, we
Yeah.
are very seasonal. But yeah, so I'm on Resort Pass right now, resortpass.com.
Yeah.
From Miami to Phoenix, Orlando, Honolulu, Fort
wow.
Lauderdale, Vegas. They have all kinds of stuff that you can go on there and it shows you the day passes. You can even purchase cabanas from there too
Wow.
if you wanted to, day beds. Wow. And some of these nice hotels, like let's say Miami probably has West Palm in there too, but $50. If you go like really high end, some of the day passes are around $150.
How about Vegas? What hotels did they show
Let
you?
me see.
Cosmo in there or Wynn, Caesars?
Las Vegas, Nevada. What you got? This is for just today. Swim and Social, Stratz Hotel, Virgin Hotels, the Spa and Salon, Westgate, Las Vegas. I don't see anything like Maid, Hilton, the Westin. I don't see any of the Oyo, Mandalay Bay. Here we go, Fontainebleau. The Fontainebleau is on there.
What is that for a day? Because they're
Well,
hurting.
for today, it's sold out. It's only on today's particular date, but yeah. So for the day pass, it's $50.
That's not bad.
If you go on a Friday,
Yeah.
I'm sure. I wonder maybe if it's a Saturday, it might be a bit more.
All right, sure it is.
But yeah, sold out already for today.
I didn't think the Cosmo, Wynn, or Caesars would be on.
They might. I mean, like I said, I'm just scrolling now, and I found Fontainebleau and Mandalay Bay. So
$50 isn't bad. I mean, to go there for the day. hang out.
Yeah, the Fountain Blue, let's see. Yeah, it's still $50. Sold out for tomorrow, too. Even the spa pass and day beds are all sold out.
How about cabanas?
For Fountain Blue, it says one more. Let's see. Yeah, I'm guessing it's all sold out. It says product, day passes, sold out.
Wow.
Spa pass, sold out.
Wow.
Premium day bed, sold out. Standard cabana, sold out.
Wow.
Those are $1,500.
I know the Wynn. Oh, really? Yeah, the Wynn, they're, I think, 12. During the week, they're $1,100.
Well, they probably limit them, too, like you said, for the guests that are there, so they make sure that they have them available for them.
Jimmy, you want to do a giveaway?
Sure. Let's give away a $125 gift card to New York Prime Boca Raton's Premier Steakhouse, offering a wonderful ambiance and a wine list that goes on for days. You want to go? You want to take a trip down there? Let's get you hooked up here with a $125 gift card to New York Prime. What game are we playing today?
I guess who's most likely to?
Who's most likely to?
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's a very simple game. Francis is going to read a scenario. You have to, the three of us are going to vote amongst ourselves who's most likely to fit that scenario, and you have to guess who we voted for. If you guess correctly, then we're going to send you to New York Prime with $125 to have a great night out. And look at that. Phone lines are blowing up, so I'll get some people lined up, and we'll get going in a minute.
877-927-6969. If you want to get involved, $125 gift card to New York Prime. You will love it there. My favorite restaurant, bar none. Great atmosphere, fantastic food, and just a good time to take you and a special person in your life. And Father's Day is coming up. That's a great place to go there and celebrate that. Don't forget, next Sunday is Father's Day, and Father's Day is usually not as big as Mom's Day, but it is a big day, and you should definitely pick up the phone call, tell your dad you love him, and that you appreciate him and all the nice things that he's done for you in your life. Don't forget about the Panthers tomorrow on Real Radio. They are going to be on at 7:30, 8 o'clock. The puck drops as they take on the Oilers. Game 1 of Stanley Cup. Back-to-back times, the Panthers in the Cup. Man, that's never happened for us. Hopefully we get the Cup this year and we win it all. 9-1 they were a while ago to win it all, and they played great throughout the playoffs. You need 16 wins to get a cup, and we have 12. We're only 4 away. Let's make it happen. And it is supposed to be very hot this weekend. So if you're at this weekend, make sure you drink a lot of water, wear sunscreen. They're calling for like mid-90s.
Or stay inside.
Or you can, you can see, you're right. Franny's right. You can stay inside. But it's going to be hot. Belmont, also this weekend, you can go down to Gulfstream. You can bet there. I'm going down there Saturday afternoon with a bunch of friends. We have a big party, and we're excited about that to check out the Belmont at Gulfstream Park, the 10 Palms restaurant, which is beautiful, and it'll be a great day. And then after that, we'll be in Fort Lauderdale, if anybody cares. If nobody cares, don't worry about it. 877-927-6969. That is the number to call. Jimmy, are we ready?
We are ready, and we are starting today's contest with Christian. Christian, welcome to the Penthouse. How you doing today, bud?
All right, we're doing all right. How you guys doing today?
We're doing great, Christian. How long have you been listening to Real Radio?
A couple of years only.
All right.
I started this new job.
All right. You like, what'd you learn from the Penthouse listening?
I know you're a Yankee fan.
Oh, that's cool.
Damn Yankees.
All right. And what about, do you like steak?
I love steak.
All right. Well, then hopefully you'll win. You'll have a great time because it's the best place I know to get steak.
Christian, this is a very simple contest. Francis is going to read a scenario. We're going to vote amongst ourselves who's most likely to fit that scenario, and you have to guess who we voted for. Okay, buddy?
Yes, sir.
All righty, Christian. Well, hopefully after a few months of listening, you know us pretty well to get this right. Yep, just give us a moment to place our votes, and then Jimmy will cue you for your answer. So out of Jimmy, Greek, or Franny, who is most likely to say something well-intentioned but inappropriate?
Out of the three of us, Christian, who's most likely to say something inappropriate but well-intentioned? Greek, Francis, or myself, Jimmy?
That sounds like Greek.
Yeah!
Nice job. Congratulations.
I was torn.
I'm trying to think of one time I've done that in my life.
Yeah.
This morning.
Thank you very much for listening. We appreciate you listening, pal.
Christian, great job. If you can hang tight for a couple of minutes when we go to break, I'm going to get back on the line with you off air, and we'll get you set up with that gift card. All right, bud?
Yes, sir. Thank you, guys. I'm going to keep listening.
Well, thank
love
you.
it.
We appreciate it.
Thank you, Christian.
When you go down-
Congratulations.
when you go down to New York Prime, make sure you tell them you want a gift card with Real Radio. And if I'm there, I'll park your car. That's not bad. And you get to hang out.
Winning.
Those valet parkers do very well there at New York Prime. 877-927-6969. If you had a situation where, you broke up with somebody or maybe they broke up with you, it wasn't cool, they ghosted you or something, let us know. Well, I'd love to hear about it.
So somebody text 47142 started off with Real Radio. It was not for the cabanas. They're like $50 for a cabana. That's cheaper than a hotel room.
No.
I hope the cabanas are soundproof. No, those cabanas are like $1,500.
Yeah.
It's $50 for a day pass, so you can use their amenities there. It was like the pool and stuff like that, beach access, I'm
Right.
sure.
Yeah.
So that's what it was for. And then Franny says there's a website like VRBO, but it's for people's pools at their house, which I have heard of this, and I can't remember. I think we've talked about it before, where you can actually rent their pool by the hour.
Oh, people do that, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
By
I feel
the
like you can rent-
hour?
yeah, I feel like you can rent anything by the hour these days,
man.
right?
That's crazy.
God,
For an
you
hour?
would just think about.
Like, I don't know if I'd want strangers in my backyard.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, that's the thing, right?
Like, you just, what if something happens? I'm sure, obviously, there's insurance and all kinds of things. You got to, I don't know. I mean, right? Like,
I don't know.
somebody gets injured
God
or
forbid, gets
drowns.
sick.
Well, you have
drowns.
personal insurance on your homeowners,
Yeah.
personal injury type thing. I can see that, but I don't know. It just seems weird.
I would wonder
I
if
wonder
you-
how often that happens.
Yeah, I would wonder if you would have to have a different insurance if you were renting your pool out as opposed to somebody coming to
With
your
it
house.
being a business?
Yeah,
I mean,
that's what I'm
because
saying.
technically at that point it's a business,
There's
right?
got to be something. I got to check it out. Because I told you one time when I first, maybe a few months after I moved into my house, one of the neighbor's kids, and he was probably 13, 14, asked Matt if he could swim in our pool. And I thought it was very odd. And I wasn't around when it happened, but I came home and they were swimming in our pool. And I was like, what? And it was him and another boy from the neighborhood. And being the new people in the neighborhood and Matt probably trying to get along and make sure the kids know that we're like cool, he said that we could. And at first I was like, I felt uncomfortable because first of all, I don't know their parents.
Sure,
I see the
exactly.
kid playing basketball in the street all the time. And now we're friendly with them
Yeah, but
and good
still.
kids. But I was like, God forbid something happened
Yeah,
to
you're
them.
screwed. It's in your house.
Yeah.
You can't do it.
If they were to be there, we said that, then obviously I would want to get their parents' approval, which the kid said he did, but who knows if that's true or not. But
It's
yeah,
very
just-
nice of Matt, obviously.
It was, but also
But it's
you got to be
dangerous.
careful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you got to be careful.
God forbid something were to happen.
But I'm sure if you had a nice crib, a pool, and you rent it out every day, you'd probably pay your rent. Because how many pools every day? Nobody's in.
Well, I wonder if that's it, right? If it's from like luxury homes where you do something like that.
I think anybody. I think if you got a
no,
pool,
but I mean, that would be the type of person or would do it, or that type of household, that would do something like that.
Swimply is an SWIMPLY .com is the website where you can rent private space by the hour. And it's not just necessarily pools. You can even just if somebody doesn't have a pool, but they have a really sweet backyard, you can even do that too.
I think anybody who's got a nice backyard could do it. I mean, you could just be like, hey, you know what? I'm working during the day. I mean, obviously you're taking a risk and you got to be there in the morning and afternoon. I mean, if I still had my house, I would have did it every day.
I love it. They plan something exciting. House party, pool party, photo shoots, dinner. You can do all these. You can rent these for whatever, but they have pools, homes, tennis, pickleball, and hoops are all like the different categories of things you can rent in people's houses. So you can even rent a full home.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Pickleball courts, basketball courts, everything you can rent out.
Yeah, you rent a big fat crib like that, you make it look like you're a baller.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's for VRBO, and they have that, and even Airbnb, you can get some deals. But Swimply used to be just pools, and now they're everywhere.
Well, the thing with the pool is, like you could just go through a back gate and not even have to go through the house. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You just sit by the pool and
sure.
you don't even go in the house and, whatever it is you come up with and you know what, this is the rent for the day. But you got to be careful too. You don't want strangers at your house. And I'm sure you got to limit it too because somebody could come in with 20 people. You don't have a big
Well, you
pool.
have to have some sort of security there or somebody
Watching
supervising it.
Yeah. But I'm sure it's a good way to make money like everything else. If you said, hey, you want to use my pool from 10 to 4 every day, I'm not going to be around. 877-927-6969. That is the number to call. Bad breakup. Did you have one or did somebody just come up totally lame on the way they did it? Let us know. We did have ghosting. I'm not a big fan of that. I think you should always sit down with the person and talk to them.
Interesting. Somebody in my neighborhood is renting their pool for $30 an hour.
Wow.
I zoomed in on that Swimply.
Wow. You can get a lot more. You got a nice
I was
little...
like, $30 an hour doesn't sound like a lot of money to have strangers in your backyard.
Yeah, but 5
Right?
hours a day is $150.
But are people going to spend 5 hours in a pool?
Franny, I don't know. I'm just saying. Maybe.
Because you can have up to 15 guests.
That's a lot of people.
Yeah, for $30 an hour.
It's only $2 a
Each
person.
one,
This
right?
needs to go up.
Yeah, tell her that. You should have it. I'm $100 an hour. And you can watch people while you're working.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm kicking ass here. I got people in my pool.
Is that 30 a person?
I don't know. It says 30 an hour is all it says.
It can't be by the person.
I think it's by the hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is by the hour because I put in 5 adults or whatever and it still stayed at 30.
All right.
So.
All right, you guys, next party, $2 each.
Yeah,
What do you wanna do?
I found our house.
Let's go. We're making millions while we're working. I mean, that's what it comes down to in South Florida. Yeah, I would definitely rent if I knew the person, I feel comfortable. If not, I don't know if I'd want a stranger there because I think they would, mess up the place a little and all that stuff. And then I'd be like, what the hell's going on here? But $30, I don't know. It sounds a little cheap to me. $30 an hour. Don't you think that's inexpensive?
It's a kiddie pool.
Exactly what I was. Why I
It's a
brought
kiddie
it
pool.
up.
Okay.
Cheap, man. That's why I brought it up because I said it was cheap. That's exactly why I said it was just very inexpensive to me.
I don't know what the
More.
backyard looks like, though, because that's a big difference, too. It is the Penthouse on a Friday, getting ready for the weekend. We're going to come back with some fun facts. National Donut Day.
Mm-hmm.
So I know if you go anywhere, there's a lot of donuts being thrown around.
Dunkin' Donuts got some donut deals. A lot of places do.
Yeah, so it's National Donut Day. I know it's cheating if you're on a diet or you're watching your weight, but it's okay if you cheat once in a while. Nobody's looking. Have a great afternoon and a donut. How does that sound? We'll come back with some fun facts and so much more. Peace.
The Stanley Cup Final is on Real Radio. Our Florida Panthers have slashed their way through the NHL playoffs to become Eastern Conference champions.
All I do is win, no matter what.
The final seconds tick away, and the Florida Panthers are going to the Stanley Cup Final.
The puck is dropping on an epic battle for the Stanley Cup against the Edmonton Oilers. Real Radio is your official home for Florida Panthers hockey and the Stanley Cup Final. Catch every goal, every fight, every face-off, and every game on the way to victory. Not near a radio? No problem. You can stream Real Radio 92.1 anywhere on our free iHeartRadio app. The Florida Panthers on Real Radio is sponsored by Precision Door of South Florida.
Just like the Florida Panthers, the team at Precision Garage Door of South Florida holds their installers and technicians to the highest standards in the industry. Join the winning team at Precision Garage Door of South Florida.
Here's traffic on Real Radio.
Construction delays at 95 South on the ramp to Congress Avenue. Look out. Right lane of that off-ramp is blocked. Other than that, expressways up to speed. We're looking good on the turnpike. That's traffic. I'm Jody Stewart.
This report is sponsored by Fresh from Florida.
Meal planning is work, so let Fresh from Florida help. Learn what's in season, browse hundreds of recipes, and get tips from Chef Justin by visiting freshfromflorida.com. Eat healthier with Fresh from Florida. There's sunshine in every bite.
Hey, it's the Greek. If you're looking for good people to add to your staff, reach out today to Action Labor, 561-683-1211. Action Labor can help you have a winning team and achieve your goals every day in your business. Construction, manufacturing, warehousing, or the food industry, Action Labor is your answer. Toughest thing in business is finding good people. Action Labor can help you find good people and quality people to add to your staff. Call today at 561-683-1211. Add to your team with a winning team. Action Labor. Peace.
Ocean breeze, tropical beach, pina colada. You can buy an air freshener to make your car smell like you're in an oceanside paradise. Or, better yet, you can point your car toward Daytona Beach and come experience the real thing. Visit DaytonaBeach.com to discover all there is to see, do, and enjoy along the world's most famous beach. Daytona Beach, Florida. Beach on.
Hey, it's the Greek from Narosa Palm Beach, where you can party with the beautiful ladies 7 days a week to 5 a.m. And Friday night is Fetish Fridays, live fetish shows every hour. It's Narosa Palm Beach 7 days a week with a 5-star menu and beautiful ladies. And if you want to watch a sporting event, it's always on at Monrosa Palm Beach. You're a winner even if the team loses because you got the beautiful ladies of Monrosa Palm Beach. Open at 5 a.m. 7 days a week. It's Monroe's, baby. Peace.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Today, we're the largest injury firm in the world, and I'm thankful to you for trusting us all these years. We'll always be here for the people, not the powerful. Injured? The choice is easy. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
The IRS is the most powerful collection agency on earth, and if you owe back taxes, the news isn't good. The IRS has raised the interest rate it charges on unpaid taxes in recent years. It hits hard if you're behind on your taxes. Most people don't know it, but the IRS adds interest charges to your tax debts daily. So if you owe the IRS today, you'll owe even more tomorrow. And it doesn't stop until you get right with the IRS. The good news is, getting right can start with one phone call to Optima Tax Relief, America's #1 tax relief firm. Optima's tax professionals specialize in the Fresh Start Initiative, a powerful program that can save you thousands if you qualify. A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau. The experts at Optima have resolved over $1 billion in tax debt for their clients. Call now for a free consultation.
Call 800-279-6822. 800-279-6822. 800-279-6822.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential. But finding those people can be a major hassle, unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. And right now, you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. With ZipRecruiter, one click sends your job to hundreds of top job sites. But more than that, ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies the candidates with the skills you need, sends you a list of great matches to review, then actively invites them to apply for your job. And the results speak for themselves. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. That's right, the first day. Now you can focus on your business and let ZipRecruiter do the work finding the best people for you. See for yourself. Experience the ease, efficiency, and power of ZipRecruiter for free. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
iHeartRadio Broadway celebrates this year's Tony Awards Sunday, June 16th, and takes you backstage with Broadway's biggest stars and commercial-free Broadway hits 24/7. Just search iHeartRadio Broadway on the iHeartRadio app and start listening.
Here's what's happening with the weather on Real Radio.
From the Gordon & Partners Weather Center. Have you been injured in a motor vehicle accident? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. Our skies are partly cloudy to mostly sunny as we move through the remainder of our Friday. Hot and humid as well, with temperatures in the 90s and a heat index in the triple digits. We will see some thunderstorms returning across parts of the area today, starting inland and moving east towards the coastline towards the end of the afternoon and evening. Could see a few scattered storms again tomorrow.
This report is sponsored by Bank of America. Bank of America has powerful digital solutions for local and global businesses, so you can make every move matter. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. Bank of America N.A. Copyright 2024.
A slow network is no network for business. That's why more choose Comcast Business. And now we're introducing Ultimate Speed for Business, our fastest plans yet. We're up to 12 times faster than Verizon, AT&T, and T-Mobile. And existing customers could even get up to triple the speeds at no additional cost. All from the company with 99.9% network reliability and advanced cybersecurity. It's Ultimate Speed from Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Don't miss out on our fastest speed plans yet. Get started with 500 megabits per second internet and security for $70 a month for 12 months with a 2-year contract when you add one unlimited mobile line. Plus, ask how to get up to an $800 prepaid card with a qualifying gig bundle. Don't wait. Call or go online to switch today. In 62324, restrictions apply. New customers only with 500 megabits per second internet and security age. Eagle bill and auto pay required. Equipment, tax, and fees extra. Compares Comcast Business 1.25 gigs to 100 megabits per second 5G internet of Verizon, AT&T, and T-Mobile. Up to 3 times downloads for existing essential and standard customers.
Florida homeowners know hurricanes are a fact of life. Storm Smart will keep you protected with shutters, impact windows, and storm catcher screens because smart is complete protection. Call 866-61-SMART today for your free in-home consultation.
On sale now, Sublime with Rome, Face to Face, Fortunate Youth, and Iconic coming to Abacoa Amphitheater. South Florida will never be the same. October 25th. Don't miss Sublime with Rome, Face to Face, Fortunate Youth, and Iconic coming to Jupiter.
to the Abacoa Amphitheater October 25th. All tickets at eventbrite.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
From the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys Studios.
You've been in an accident? Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio 92.1 is WZZR West Palm Beach, an iHeartRadio station.
Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good. You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
It is The Penthouse on a Friday. I hope you guys are having a good day, and I hope you have a fantastic weekend. And don't forget, if you want to have a great weekend, listen to Real Radio this weekend because you'll hear the Panthers and you'll hear the Oilers Game 1 of Stanley Cup. And tomorrow, you'll have the Locker Room Live from 11 to 3 with Jimmy, myself, and Joe. Speaking of Jimmy, good afternoon.
Hello and good afternoon.
And hello, Francis.
Hello.
And fun facts are coming.
It's Freddy's Fun Facts. They sure are. And as G-Man mentioned, today, June 7th, is National Donut Day. So we're going to get into some fun facts about some donuts. Americans consume over 10 billion donuts every single year. Yep, donuts are a beloved indulgence here in the USA, with the average American devouring a whopping 63 donuts annually. I don't even know the last time I had a donut. I bring that down. How many donuts do you think you have a year?
I don't know. Maybe 1 week. If that, I try to watch my weight. I really do.
What about you?
Maybe a handful a year.
Yeah.
I don't eat a lot of donuts.
I don't either. Don't get me wrong. They're delicious.
They're great, yeah.
I mean,
I'm even down with like just simple glazed donuts.
Sure.
To me.
if I don't go to Dunkin', I'll never get one, though. I mean,
Yeah.
that's when I go there and get a coffee, then I usually, and I have to resist to get one.
Yeah. My husband's the same way. He always gets that. What is it? The strawberry icing one. It's his thing. But yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, some people do it all the time. And the age-old stereotype of police officers and donuts isn't just a myth. In the 1950s, cops working graveyard shifts would stop by donut shops for paperwork and a hot donut. They said this relationship led to donut shop owners giving donuts to cops in exchange for protection back in the day.
Sure. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. Yep. Donuts were declared the hit food of the century. During the 1933 Chicago Fair, donuts were crowned the hit food of the century of progress. The advent of donut-making machines made these treats cheap and accessible, especially among the working class during the 1930s. They say a ship captain actually invented the holes in donuts.
A ship captain?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, you'd think a baker.
Yeah. Well, according to this, it's a ship captain. They say, yes, it's a holy story. Captain Hanson Gregory, on one of his voyages, used the spokes of a steering wheel to punch holes in fried dough pastries. Thus, donut holes came into existence. Donuts were served as comfort food during World Wars. During both World Wars, donuts played a crucial role as comfort food. Salvation Army volunteers served them to soldiers, boosting their morale. Continued during World War II when young women volunteers handed out donuts to soldiers. They say donuts can help you get into character. Say, ever wonder how Renee Zellweger prepared for her role of Bridget Jones? The Edge of Reason said she devoured around 20 donuts every day to gain weight for that character.
Oh,
really?
20 donuts every day. That sounds like fun.
That'll do it.
Yeah, they said back in the day, donuts weren't always named donuts. They were called oily cakes.
Oily cakes?
Yeah.
Good thing they changed the name.
They said in their simpler form, donuts were brought to America by the Dutch and called oily cakes. Well, they say it a different way, but it translates to oily cakes. They said they were sweet balls of fried dough served during special occasions before transforming into the donuts we know today. Let's see. While most donuts won't break the bank, gourmet varieties can cost a pretty penny. The Golden Cristal Ube donut from Brooklyn's Manila Social Club, adorned with 24-karat gold leaves, sells for $1,200 a dozen.
Oh, that's reasonable. I thought it was going to be individual.
Is that reasonable?
Yeah, $1,200 a dozen. I mean, you're getting 12.
Is that a baker's dozen by chance?
I don't know. I hope it doesn't say Baker's. Voodoo Donut, which I've heard great things about. I think there is one in Orlando.
Not sure.
Voodoo Donut, I want to say, and their line is outrageously long. Once sold medicinal donuts. Yes. Portland Voodoo's Donut gained fame for its wild flavors, including NyQuil and Pepto-Bismol coated donuts.
Oh, man, NyQuil.
They were marketed to late-night revelers, but were eventually retired due to FDA intervening. They were like, I don't know if you can do this.
NyQuil and Pepto-Bismol.
Yeah, but they were giving them to people at night. Like, that's where they were hitting people like, hey, if you can't sleep, have one of our NyQuil donuts.
Yeah, they'll make you sleep.
Yeah. Boston has the most donut shops per person. Bostonians sure love their donuts, boasting one donut shop for every 2,480 people. They say that's a lot of donut options. And finally here, the French used to call their donuts nun's farts. And French airy fried dough fritters, slightly different from American donuts, are called pets de non, which translates to nun farts.
Nun farts.
Yes.
I think donuts is better. I don't want to.
But the pets de non, that sounds nice, right?
Yeah,
until you figure out what it means, what it translates to.
I don't want to get dozens
Nun
of that.
farts, oily cakes, or donuts.
I like pets de nons. Give me a nun fart. There you go for your donut fun facts.
Great job, Franny. We do it once a day. Fun facts. Today is National Donut Day, so you still have time to check out and get a free donut. I know Dunkin' Donuts is giving them away. Jimmy, who do we have on hold?
We have Vaughn checking in with us. It's been a little while. Hey, Vaughn, what's going on, buddy?
What's up, my people? I miss you guys.
Vaughn, what's going on?
Miss you too, pal.
Where have you been?
I've been some of everywhere now.
Okay.
Things have, I don't know. Things have changed, but I'm doing better now. I've changed living styles. I am now a nomad, living out of my truck. But it's different. It's good. I have a job.
Okay.
I'm focusing on getting things right. Right now, I'm actually about to board a plane going to Virginia. My son's graduating tomorrow.
Oh, that's nice.
So I gotta be a good dad and show up for him.
Yeah, that's awesome.
He's graduating.
Got a couple.
What?
High school.
High school? Really? Oh, wow.
Yeah, and he's going to. I think it's called UTI or something like that. It's a welding school up in Virginia.
Oh, cool. Good for him.
That's nice.
I had a couple buddies say, hey, we haven't heard you in a while, so guess what I'm doing? I'm calling you guys.
No, that's nice. So you got friends who listen to the show, don't hear you, but want to hear you on the show? Am I following that?
Yeah. we talk outside of the show, but they said that you might have missed me, so let me call and annoy my best friend group.
I was thinking about you the other day. I got to be honest with you. I was having a cigar, having a milkshake, and I said, where the hell has he been? My God, my buddy Vaughn. And then you called. They say if you put it out in the atmosphere, it happens, so I believe in that. So I'm going to say I hope I win the lottery this weekend and the Belmont.
Hey, from your lips to God's ears, gee, I hope you do too.
Oh, I would definitely give you a tip. I mean, come on. You kidding me? I got to take care of Vaughn. Come on, I'll let you drive me up to, we go in the truck and we go right up to Tallahassee.
Hey, we can do that, or we can go to Forest Hill and go to the lottery place and do it there.
Yeah, but they got a limit, I think, $250. After that, you got to go to Tallahassee.
Oh, hey, I'm all for the ride.
All right, I can do it. We can hang out. You and me will take a nice ride up there, and we'll just kick back, smoke us up a couple cigars.
And I'll smoke the joint. You smoke the cigars.
All right. I thought you said you were at a new lifestyle.
Judge free zone here. Do what you want.
I thought the Babani was on the shelf. The way the conversation started. I see things haven't changed.
I wanted to say a few things before I leave. Doodle-o, congratulations on the grandbaby. He is adorable. And Chucky, I know you're listening too. Drive safe. Don't touch any hot wires. And everybody else, love your kids, love your family. Y'all have a good weekend.
Oh, you too.
All right, Vaughn.
And congratulations to your son, too.
Yes.
Enjoy your trip.
Yeah, and better days ahead, Matty. Remember that. When you lose a hand at blackjack, the next one you probably lose again, but the next one you might lose. So just keep that in mind.
Yeah, Maddie.
Just keep on going. Keep on going.
Hit me. We love you, Vaughn.
Take care, pal. Good to hear from you.
Yeah, very nice. Good man. We have somebody else, Jimmy?
Yeah, we got Evan checking in with us. Hey, Evan, what's going on, buddy?
Hey, everyone.
Evan?
Hey, Greek. I was watching Soto last night in an interview, and he said that the pain in his forearm has been going on for the last 8 games, and he's trying to work on it. Trying to work through it rather. Mm-hmm. And he said that he doesn't know what happened. He said he woke up one day and his arm was just aching.
Mm-hmm.
And so today he's getting MRI, and they said, "Are you concerned?" He goes, "Yes, because I don't know what's wrong with it." He goes, "If I was hit or I hurt or something like that," he goes, "I just woke up with it." So he's really concerned about it.
Yeah,
and
I mean, yeah, obviously, I don't think he's going to play tonight against the Dodgers. That's going to be a great weekend series, but we'll see what happens. But I mean, again, you don't know the reports. You know what I'm saying? If he never even told the Yankees for 8 days, I can't see him saying he had anything that bothered him and the Yankees didn't check on it in 2 seconds.
Oh, no, they knew about it. They were just rubbing him. There was work because he didn't know what it was, and they were just, thought he could play through it. That was it. No, the Yankees knew all about it. Yeah. I mean,
surprised. I was surprised.
They pulled him out yesterday. Yeah, they pulled him out yesterday because of the rain delay, and they said, well, we don't want to have it, heat it up and get cold and then heat it up again. So then they just said that's why they pulled him.
Yeah. Well, hopefully he's okay because obviously he's a huge factor to the Yankees' great success this year. This is going to be a good series this weekend. I got to say, this is one of the first times in a long time I wouldn't mind going to a game. A Yankees team to see them in the Dodgers. First time, and I can't even think about it.
Yeah, remember last year, Yankees-Dodgers, and that's when Judge broke his toe.
Yeah, but that was out in L.A.
Yeah, well, same thing. I just the two teams.
Mm-hmm.
But we're talking about pain, playing with pain. A couple of days ago, you were talking about major leaguers. They hit 4 home runs in a game. I think you mentioned Gehrig and Bob Horner. There was a bunch of them, but anyway. But Willie Mays had really sore ribs, so he took himself out of the game. He didn't even play. He goes, "I'm not playing today." So he's sitting on the bench and watching batting practice, and one of the guys that like a utility player came over to him and said, "Willie, I just got my new bats in." He goes, "Will you just look at it and just see how the weight is and just see how it feels?" So Willie said he said he walked up and he goes to the batter's box with a bat. First 3 pitches, Willie hits out into the stands, and he walks back there and he goes, "Coach, I'm playing today," and he hit 4 home runs straight in this one game.
Wow, that's a unique story. That's unbelievable. That's cool.
Yeah, that's Willie. Yeah, I mean, Mickey and Willie were my 2 favorite players, and with Willie's health right now is really not looking good.
Yeah, I parked his car years ago at a golf tournament in Jersey. He was very nice and very generous. I think he gave me $50 for a tip, and I was like, wow. I was a kid.
I saw him play in San Francisco one time, and I was a kid, but I didn't know he was only 5'11". I thought he looked like he was a lot bigger player.
Yeah, I never saw him play.
As a kid, yeah, he was. But when you saw him in stature, did you think he should be taller than what he was?
I saw him, again, I never saw him play. He was a little bit older when I saw him. He was done playing, but I remember he had a pink Continental that said, "Say Hey." And I was working at a golf club in New Jersey, and I was one of the valet guys, and he pulled up. I knew right away who it was. Obviously, everybody was like, "Hey, that's Say Hey." And then I got called, like you would get called to run up and get the car, and the guy was like, "Greek, that's your car." And it was Willie Mays. He was such a nice guy.
Did you say he was friends with Clyde Frazier?
I never said that. I don't know. He might have been. I don't know. No.
Yeah, I thought you talked about their Rolls Royces or their Cadillacs.
Oh, that was Walt Frazier and Earl Monroe.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's what it was. All right, man. I'll be talking to you later. I'll be listening to the Zone later on.
Okay, buddy. Appreciate it, Evan. Always. Thank you. Go Yanks. Jimmy, time for a Greek Misspeak?
Sure is. It's that time of day where we pump out a new Greek Misspeak in review.
This is your Greek Misspeak review.
Harry Potter. Grow up, bro. You get married. It's got to be Harry Potter. I mean, you want to do that? Go to a Ferris wheel someplace.
A Ferris wheel. That's a great idea.
Do you think that is said amongst them? She's like, "Hey, man, we don't want to come back here for Game 7. You think they are thinking that, or game of the game?
It's all so clear to me now.
And that's one of the posts that Franny said on the Fun Facts that's won the most. So parameter 5.
Parameter.
I don't know what that means.
Knicks last night at the Garden blew out the Pacers.
Yeah. I think it's getting worse.
Yeah, a lot of them, they all have jobs to pay the ends meet.
Translation?
they were going to turn all the members into Xehanort.
Xehanort just goes to show how big it was that the big networks picked it up.
Mm-hmm. And they showed the audio.
I can't see it.
Hey, go get a piece of ass on the side.
All right.
It's your wedding day.
Who doesn't?
6 beautiful ladies. $5,000 up for cash.
Jackpot.
It's good stuff. I have a request too.
Oh, you do?
Yes, yes, I do. Sorry, I do have a request. And it says here, Happy Friday, Penthouse. Today is my first anniversary. So would you be so kind to play Greek Misspeak #1? Have a great weekend. And that's from Stacy B from Boca.
Oh, okay.
Happy anniversary.
Yes, lots of good luck and 100 more.
Right, here you go. Here is the OG.
This is your Greek Misspeak Review.
You will be very impressed. Start of the art. Yeah, sit down there,
Slimber pot.
I don't know. To me, it's a little chapeau.
She punched him so hard he went flying over the kitchen table. They got a divorce.
Nice. That's pretty amazing. And the writing was perfect. Like the letters, everything was real neat and nice. And then you see mine, like it was all Oscar gold. I think she was in a show with her, Melissa Milano, and that girl Shannon Doherty. Nope. I'll measure it tonight. Put your hands in your pants. You're like, whoa, wow, what the hell is this?
Ah, nice. Thank you.
Get your balls right here. But he's got to be good. He's got to be like somebody like you who could hold his water. Some people can't do that. Most people can't. Somebody questions them, you know what? They blank the prince. You know what I mean? So,
Blank the prince.
I love this.
that's one of those saying. What did they say? The bird doesn't fall far from the bush.
I don't think that's the same.
That's the one, Johnny. That's the one. The bird doesn't fall far
from the bush.
From the bush.
Good trivia question. Who is the girl on the first Greek Misspeak? That's a good trivia question. We might bring that up to you one day for a pair of Honda Classic tickets from 2018. Jimmy, I know you got a story about a restaurant doing something very different.
Remember that restaurant in New Jersey that went viral because they wouldn't allow children?
Yeah.
That created quite a bit of controversy. Well, so is this one, and I got some audio, so we'll get that ready as well. And, there is a restaurant in Missouri that heard about that restaurant in New Jersey and said, hold my beer. There's a new upscale Caribbean restaurant in Missouri called Bliss, and it has an interesting policy. They set an age restriction, which requires guests to be at least 30 years old. Now, that's for the females. Men have to be at least 35. Yes, you didn't hear that incorrectly. I said women have to be at least 30 and men have to be at least 35 to dine in the restaurant. Now, they said during prime hours, but I'll tell you what the hours are later. They do card at the door, and people in their 20s will be kept out. The owner admits that they have been getting a little bit of backlash of it. Of course,
I'm surprised it's not a lot of it.
Yeah.
No surprise there, but that's pretty cool. They're okay. They're going to stick with this, and he says they are strict because young people have been trying to sneak by and post about it on social media. The restriction is after 7 p.m. Wednesday through Sundays. Now, that sounds like it's sort of limited, right? Well, guess what? The restaurant is only open from 4 p.m. to 1:30 p.m. Wednesday through Sunday. So basically, if you are under that age, I guess from 4 to 7 p.m. Wednesday through Sunday is the only time that you would be allowed in there technically, at least according to this information that I have. Here they are talking about it.
It's just something for the older people to come to and have a happy hour, come get some good food, and not have to worry about some of the young folks that bring some of that drama.
And of course, we have been getting a little backlash, but that's okay because we're sticking to our code.
Those are younger ones, you could come patronize the business once you turn 30 or 35 because we're going to be here for a while.
They said that they also went on to say that we want to ensure a mature, sophisticated, and safe dining environment for everyone. So
It's their establishment. They do what they want, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's the whole thing. It's their rules. I mean, obviously, they're cutting the pie. You're getting a lot of people that you're going to lose for
But
the
they could also be getting a lot more people because there could be some people in their women 30, guys 35 who are just like, you know what, I like this. I don't have to deal with any of the younger crowd.
Drama.
And maybe they might get a bunch of new people who never would thought about going there before.
Key word right there, Greek drama.
Yeah.
That's what they're
And that's
trying
what
to
she
avoid.
said.
Yep.
I mean,
and don't get me wrong, I know a lot of people in their 30s and 40s and even 50s who are very dramatic, so it doesn't matter.
This is true.
But
I mean,
do understand.
There is always, that. I mean,
Yes.
there's no doubt about it. There's no age restriction on drama, that's for sure.
There is not.
It's a step above maybe like a dress code where some places have a dress code because they think, a certain element they don't want in their establishment. Doesn't mean that there's not going to be headaches, problems, or whatever, but they're putting it out there, and like you said, maybe they'll do even better because there'll be some place where people say, hey, you know what, there's no kids here. And maybe the music, the atmosphere, everything will be a little bit calmer and more enjoyable to have a conversation and enjoy people's company. Maybe that's what they're going for. Who knows? It might work.
Yeah, it sounds cool. Like if I'm somebody who wants that kind of environment, they said relaxing, resort-like environment. I bet you they do well.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, you're going to have backlash, but they'll probably do well.
And so far, it seems like it is.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's no, it's not like it's something that's fairly, I guess maybe fairly new. I don't know. It didn't really say. Did you read up on this too, Franny or Greek? Did you see?
I did.
I don't know how long they've been around, is my point. I don't know if it's, because to me, it sounds like it's working.
Well, the one thing it is doing is getting them free press, which is great.
Well, that's always, when you got something this sort of out there, right?
Yeah, it's fantastic for people.
It's a beautiful establishment. If you haven't looked at it, it's very Instagrammable.
Yeah. I saw a video on it.
Yeah, it's a nice place. But yeah, the place I write, I don't know how long it's been around either.
It's so funny when you talk about that for Instagram. There are a lot of places now being developed and made, and restaurants and bars and everything like that. And that's something one of my buddies who does a lot of it always says that. Like, they want a place in the restaurant or the establishment where they can be bang. Somebody could take,
even if it's just like a wall.
Yep. He said a fountain, a big neon, a grass background, or something that's sharp that people.
Step and repeats, too.
Yeah.
I mean, even simply that.
Yeah.
There's a place, there's a hotel that we stay at from time to time. It's over by the outlets, and they have areas outside throughout the garden by the pool, and selfie spot, that type of thing.
Yeah, and it promotes the place, obviously, and people like doing it because people like when they're out to be telling people, hey, this is where I'm at. Well, guess where you're at? You're at 92.1 Real Radio. That's where you're at right now. We always appreciate you guys tuning in. Every day you got a giveaway, 11:45 today. It was New York Prime gift card. We'll be back at it on Monday. We'll come back with a trifecta and a lot more. Peace.
Real Radio is the News Junkie.
He didn't even mention to us that he was doing this.
Did you just get a studio apartment Airbnb? Or imagine you have multiple rooms, don't you?
It's a small house.
Mm-hmm.
A small house?
You and Sean would have to share a room.
Feet to head?
No, not a bed, a room. No, you can't.
The News Junkie, weekday afternoons at 3 on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Keep listening for the next chance to win your way to our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One.
A weekend full of superstar performances this September.
Streaming live only on Hulu. Tickets go on sale Friday, June 14th.
But starting June 12th at 1 p.m. Eastern, Capital One cardholders get first access to tickets and other exclusive offers for 48 hours only or while pre-sale tickets last. Visit iHeartRadio.com/Capital One for more pre-sale details. What's in your wallet?
Getting you up to speed on traffic on Real Radio.
Not seeing any major delays along our Palm Beach Expressway's afternoon drive. Looks good. We do have some minor road work, 95 South. This is the ramp to Congress Avenue. Right lane of that off-ramp is blocked. Make sure you slow down for bicycles today. That's traffic. I'm Jody Stewart.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. Shopping for new blinds? At Blindster, we offer over 50 different blinds, shades, and shutters at low prices, custom made for your windows, and shipping is free. Shop at home and order 10 free samples of any product before you buy. Blindster.com.
Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, the original timeshare cancellation expert. And I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. All you need to do is give my office a call. I will send you a timeshare exit information kit absolutely free, explaining how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free info kit. 800-522-5700. 800-522-5700.
Hey, it's the Greek from Narosa Palm Beach, where you can party with the beautiful ladies 7 days a week to 5 a.m. And Friday night is Fetish Fridays, live fetish shows every hour. It's Narosa Palm Beach 7 days a week with a 5-star menu and beautiful ladies. And if you want to watch a sporting event, it's always on at Monroe's Palm Beach. You're a winner even if the team loses because you got the beautiful ladies of Monroe's Palm Beach. Open at 5 a.m. 7 days a week. It's Monroe's, baby. Peace.
Ocean breeze, tropical beach, pina colada. You can buy an air freshener to make your car smell like you're in an oceanside paradise. Or, better yet, you can point your car toward Daytona Beach and come experience the real thing. Visit DaytonaBeach.com to discover all there is to see, do, and enjoy along the world's most famous beach. Daytona Beach, Florida. Beach on.
If you're the victim of a car crash, never rush to settle with the insurance companies and never settle for just any attorney. Demand Anna Jar Levine. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life. In office, West Palm Beach.
A slow network is no network for business. That's why more choose Comcast Business. And now we're introducing Ultimate Speed for Business, our fastest plans yet. We're up to 12 times faster than Verizon, AT&T, and T-Mobile. And existing customers could even get up to triple the speeds at no additional cost. All from the company with 99.9% network reliability and advanced cybersecurity. It's ultimate speed from Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Don't miss out on our fastest speed plans yet. Get started with 500 megabits per second internet and security for $70 a month for 12 months with a 2-year contract when you add one unlimited mobile line. Plus, ask how to get up to an $800 prepaid card with a qualifying gig bundle. Don't wait. Call or go online to switch today. In 62324, restrictions apply. New customers only with 500 megabits per second internet and security edge. Equal bill and auto pay required. Equipment, tax, and fees extra. Compares Comcast Business 1.25 gigs to 100 megabits per second 5G internet of Verizon, AT&T, and T-Mobile. Up to 3 times downloads for existing essential and standard customers.
Did you know that your largest investment asset might not be your retirement account or home? I'm Jay Jackson, CEO of Abacus Life. Most people don't realize that their life insurance policy is actually an asset they can sell. But for almost 20 years, Abacus has been purchasing life insurance policies from seniors just like you. We've even created a free policy value calculator at abacuspays.com so you can find out in seconds what we might pay for your policy. There are no fees and no obligations, just information. Knowing the value of your life insurance policy is as important as knowing the value of your home, your equity portfolio, or your finances in total. Discover the valuable information you need to understand the current market value for your life insurance, and then get real value from your life insurance when you need it with Abacus. Visit abacuspays.com to learn more and use our free policy value calculator today.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle, unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. And right now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. With ZipRecruiter, one click sends your job to hundreds of top job sites. But more than that, ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies the candidates with the skills you need, sends you a list of great matches to review, then actively invites them to apply for your job. And the results speak for themselves. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. That's right, the first day. Now you can focus on your business and let ZipRecruiter do the work finding the best people for you. See for yourself. Experience the ease, efficiency, and power of ZipRecruiter for free. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Is your timeshare suffocating you? Are you feeling powerless because you were sold a bad investment that is nothing like you were promised? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. If you're ready to get rid of that timeshare, I'll send you our Timeshare Exit Information Kit free, exposing the timeshare industry scams with all your options for cancellation.
Call 800-653-1188, 800-653-1188, 800-653-1188.
The doctor's office that mixed up your files has your Social Security number. The power company that mistakenly cut your service has your payment info and last 3 addresses. Your info is in endless places that could accidentally expose your info to identity theft. That's why LifeLock monitors millions of data points every second. If your identity's stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code CLAY at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. If you're like many people, you may think custom blinds is a job for expensive professionals. Well, at Blindster, if you have a tape measure and a screwdriver, you can install our custom blinds and save big. Plus, we guarantee they'll fit. Blindster.com.
Car accident? Visit smithball.com to learn more about our past huge results and how we can help.
Here's the latest with weather on Real Radio.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. Our skies are partly cloudy to mostly sunny as we move through the remainder of our Friday. Hot and humid as well, with temperatures in the 90s and the heat index in the triple digits. We will see some thunderstorms returning across parts of the area today, starting inland and moving east towards the coastline towards the end of the afternoon and evening. Could see a few scattered storms again tomorrow.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. Shopping for new blinds? At Blindster, we offer over 50 different blinds, shades, and shutters at low prices, custom made for your windows, and shipping is free. Shop at home and order 10 free samples of any product before you buy. Blindster.com.
I'm Maria Konnikova.
And I'm Nate Silver.
And our new podcast, Risky Business, is a show about making better decisions. We're both journalists who moonlight as poker players, and that's the lens we're going to use to approach this entire show.
We're going to be discussing everything from high-stakes poker to personal questions.
Like whether I should call a plumber or fix my shower myself.
And of course, we'll be talking about the election.
Listen to Risky Business on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Risky Business.
Greek Trifecta is sponsored by Jason Weiser, attorney at law.
This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast. You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
You're back in The Penthouse on a Friday. Thanks so much for always tuning in to Real Radio. Don't forget the Panthers tomorrow night, 7:30 puck pregame, and the puck drops at 8. Game 1, let's get a victory, baby. 4 away from the Cup. First time ever if we win the Stanley Cup in the history of the franchise. Jimmy's in the house.
Good afternoon.
Francis is here.
Hey, what's going on?
And it's time for a trifecta.
Riders up. It's Creaky Trifecta.
Well, the NBA Finals finally kicked off last night, and it was a Boston party. That's right, at the Garden. Everybody was there, and the Celtics blew out the Mavericks. Took an early lead at the end of the first quarter. We're up by 17, the most points up after one quarter in NBA Finals history, and they never looked back. Third quarter got a little close to 9, and that was it. But the Celtics were great shooting, especially with their three-pointers, and played great defense. And they beat the Mavericks 107-89. And they covered. The game did not go over, but they did cover. Yankees won again, 8 in a row. They beat the Twins. They took out the Broom, and they swept away the Twinkies. Big game for the Yankees. They have the best record in Major League Baseball, tied with the Phillies. And this weekend, they got a big weekend series with the Dodgers. 2 of the powerhouses. And 2 of the teams that Major League Baseball hopes ends up in a World Series so they can get some good ratings for once. It'll be the Yankees and Dodgers all weekend long up in the Bronx. That should be a very exciting game. Also in the NBA, it looks like the Lakers are going to up the ante and try to get their man, Danny Hurley from University of Connecticut. Speculation is they're meeting today, and we'll see what happens, whether or not it works out, and does he leave UConn for all that money. Coaching today in college basketball and football is different, and a lot of coaches are saying, you know what, we used to control everything. Now we don't, with the kids moving around, and they're getting paid anyway. I don't know if he goes. I think it's going to be at least 15 to 20 million, so we'll see what happens. I don't know how he's going to really coach in the NBA, because the way he is, he's a real rah-rah guy, and he likes to yell a lot. I don't know if the NBA players are going to take too kindly to that, but we'll see. Other coaches have tried and not been as successful. And that is your Greek Trifecta, and it's sponsored by Pep Capital. Peace.
Do we have any texts for any?
Let me take a look. We actually do. Thank you for asking. 47142 started off with Real Radio from Swimply, where you can rent out the pool. Somebody was talking about it, and they said, no way strangers are going to digest their E. coli bacteria in my swimming pool for no amount of money. Then mentioned how the one place in Jupiter at the Wyndham, they do the day pass.
Yeah.
Says the wife and I recently did the day pass at the Wyndham in Jupiter. Fun day in the sun, making it a short staycation. Highly recommend to pamper yourself for the day. They say pool is on the 3rd floor overlooking the Intercoastal Waterway. And that's from Kevin.
That sounds nice.
Right?
Yeah.
That's from Kevin in Jupiter. So thank you for the heads up on that. Then let's see. If I was to rent out my pool, I would have the people sign an insurance rider. Where did it go? Sorry about that. These things go away after a while reading them. There we go. I would have the people sign an insurance rider, making me the beneficiary of any accidents. Okay. And then we have my high school girlfriend broke up with me by having her. Oh, because we were talking about terrible ways of breaking up. My high school girlfriend broke up with me by having her new boyfriend answer her door naked when I took her flowers after school because she was sick.
Oh, that sucks.
Doing air quotes over here.
Oh, that sucks.
Yes.
And the kid came to the door naked?
I guess so.
Wow.
Yes.
That's a slap in the face.
Uh-huh.
On top of a bop on the head.
Yep. And then, because I was talking about Voodoo Donut, today's National Donut Day, we got the question, if you get a Voodoo Doll donut, where do you take the first bite? Where do you take the first bite on a Voodoo Doll donut?
I guess the back of it.
Right on the head.
Man, I can't believe that story. The girl's boyfriend answers the door naked. I'd be like, dude, put some clothes on. Isn't she sick?
I think things are over.
Yeah.
And then somebody here had a guess about who was on the first Misspeak, and they are incorrect. It says they guessed Tasha was on the first Misspeak.
No.
Tasha was way before Misspeaks even started, right?
Yep. True. Very true.
Way before. And then we have here, good afternoon, Penthouse. Sitting at my desk, watching you all on YouTube and watching Franny yawn. Also watching horse racing. Anyway, I would like to make a request for Misspeak 29. Wifey and I are celebrating our 29th anniversary on Sunday. And a good laugh is just the ticket. That's thanks, Hugh and Wifey Jazz. There you go, Hugh Jazz.
All right, here
and
you
happy
go,
anniversary.
buddy. Here you go. Greek Misspeak number 29. Congratulations.
This is your Greek
How does she do it?
Misspeak review.
Very nice lady, by the way.
I know him.
Crazy. And people are buying them.
T-shirt.
Hat cakes.
What did you say?
How do you find the monkey in the middle of the night when all the lights are closed? You got to know where he was.
Girl, are you for real?
Well, I think the biggest thing with self-checkout for a lot of people, and especially people, say, not millenniums or older.
Imagine, if you will, an announcer you can barely understand, but you're not quite sure what he said.
So if you're going to kickboxing class 7 in the morning, that's great for you.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I've ever heard.
Every day was number 8, number 9, number 10. Like, you got to diffuse the balloon.
At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought.
I mean, come on. Helicopter drives by, drops down a ladder, middle of the night.
El Chavo! Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
I feel like you could use that a lot.
Is that Pacino in Justice for All, or am I mistaken?
No, that's one of those. It's not Fast Time or Richmond High, but one of those movies from back then. It's a teacher in the classroom.
Okay, I thought it was Pacino.
I think it's a Matthew Broderick movie, if I'm not mistaken.
Got it.
Oh, yeah, that was
Good
pretty
stuff.
funny.
Good stuff.
Yep. So here it is, Greek and Francis, and for everybody else that's out there, remember when you used to get, you get charged for, if you use your debit card or credit card, they charge you a fee, maybe 50 cents, $1 or something like that, to process it through. Well, apparently that's going to hit you in another way too. So many places are getting rid of using cash, right? We're hearing more and more about the cashless here, cashless there. I've mentioned a couple times how I go over to St. Lucie Mets games and they don't accept cash anymore over there, with the exception of some of the vendors will accept tips in cash. But so much for using cash as well at these places. Matter of fact, this particular article talks about a guy that went to a Yankees game in Yankee Stadium, and they're cashless now. Apparently.
Are they really?
Yep. Apparently, that's what's going on there. And he couldn't use cash at the concession stand. So what they do now is the clerk at, let's say you go up to buy a hot dog, right? And they'll say, and if you want to give them cash, they won't accept it. But they'll point you to a kiosk that you can put in cash, and it'll give you a temporary, like a debit card to use.
Okay.
All right.
I've been to a place that made me do that.
They're calling that a reverse ATM. Here's the problem. They charge you a fee for doing it, anywhere from like $1 to $6.
Yeah, this guy was $3.50.
Yep. And that particular one, it's $3.50 to convert his cash into a debit card, and just
getting screwed either way.
Yeah, exactly. It's one of those damned if you do, damned if you don't. If some places that accept debit and credit cards, they charge you. Here now, they're charging you to reverse your money from cash into a debit card. Reverse ATMs like those at Yankee Stadiums are now common at cashless venues and restaurants across the country to cater to those who prefer paying in cash. I mean, they're actually trying to put this, make this sound like that they're catering to people that like to use cash.
But you're getting hammered.
But you have to pay for it.
And they're probably making millions.
There
all
are
those people every day.
Just like the ATM fees.
Mm-hmm. Basically, yeah.
That's exactly what they're doing.
No different than that. There aren't, and they look just like ATMs too. Now, at least a couple that I saw
I've used
pictures.
one.
You said you've seen them.
I've
now,
used
huh?
one. I've had one, and I remember my concern. It was for an event that I went to with some girlfriends, and they were cashless. And so the good thing is that yes, it is like a Visa. So even if you don't spend all that money, you can use it elsewhere, like a gift card, like a Visa gift card. Because I was like, well, what happens if I don't? And they're like, oh, it works like a regular gift card.
So it's just not a Yankee Stadium.
But that's something that you have to check, because I was in this article. It was talking about another situation where somebody couldn't do that.
Well,
it was only usable at that particular venue.
Hell no.
So, I mean, clearly the point is, and my only point to that is that you have to look and see to make sure.
Yeah.
Because if you can't use it elsewhere, then
yeah. Or it printed out like a Visa gift card is what it was, or Master. I don't know, but yeah. So you were able, and that was a question that was asked, because we were like, well, what happens if we don't use all this money? Are we screwed out? And they were like, no, you can use it even after you leave here.
The example that I saw said that somebody went up, put $20 in, got a card, right? And they went and they bought something for $15, but since they couldn't use it outside of there, they ended up spending the rest of the money on, but they bought something that they normally wouldn't buy, but in order to use it up, that's what they ended up doing.
Especially if you're not going back to the place.
Apparently, there aren't any exactly. If there aren't any federal laws that require businesses to accept cash. In 2023, lawmakers in the House of Representatives and the Senate introduced bills requiring that businesses accept cash for all in-person purchases under $500 unless they provide devices like a reverse ATM that don't charge fees. That's the key element there. Of course, that never went anywhere in our government. Cashless businesses can be a burden for older or low-income shoppers who are less likely to have access to digital payments. And they also are talking about how this is a challenge for younger people that haven't gotten credit cards or debit cards yet because they haven't established credit and things like that. So this is something that they might have to address, or we'll live with another part of society where we have to pay a fee in order to use money.
I think, like I said, unfortunately, that's where it looks like it's going. The only place I could see where they don't get rid of cash is obviously tracks and casinos, because that would destroy them, because people don't want people to know what they're betting. You know what I mean? Like if they said that down the road, like, hey, no more cash, we're just going to deal with this.
Yeah, but apparently the answer would be getting something like this.
Reverse ATM.
Yeah.
I mean, and again, like you said, there's a fee, you're paying it. It's just crazy.
It is. It's so silly. Just keep on taking our money. Even if it's $3 at a time. Just keep on taking it.
I mean, for them, though, like Jimmy's talking about Yankee Stadium, there's 50,000. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people every day, I bet your number's a lot.
I hope this isn't true, but somebody said I heard those kiosks also ask for a tip after exchanging your cash for a
Could you imagine that? Could you imagine? I'd punch the thing.
I hope they're kidding.
I would punch it. Go, no.
Oh, yeah.
Boom.
Oh, my God.
I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, everywhere you go, somebody wants a tip. But I think that I don't think that's a bad thing if they didn't charge a fee.
And I don't either,
If
right?
there's no fee, I don't think it's bad.
But then again, the idea is
For them
just
to
like
make-
just like an ATM,
Yeah.
it has to justify. There's a cost involved in having that machine.
And I agree. I don't think it's a bad thing. And I also, if it was like what happened with me, where you're able to use it outside of that
Yes.
venue, because that
Yeah.
sucks if you don't. And you're like, I'm not going to go to another Yankee game. I don't know if it was specifically like that at the Yankee Stadium. We did get a heads up. Somebody said that quote, or the person talking, they said is from Billy Madison.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Does that ring a bell?
That could very well be. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
perfect. And then we've got a lot of things, birthdays, anniversaries, all these things coming up for Misspeak requests, including our buddy JJ.
Okay.
Says, happy Friday, Penthouse. Sunday is my birthday. Could I please hear Misspeak 159?
He's 159 years
How
old.
did you know? You look great for
Holy
159, JJ.
smokes. Well, we can do that here. All right. Number 159 is right there. Boom.
This is your Greek Misspeak Review.
And the basketballs will be flowing.
Nothing but net.
And Coach Spoelstra will be coaching the Eastern All-Stars because they have the best record in the Eats.
I need that thing to eat me.
I am wonderful. How's everybody at the Penthouse?
Good.
Doing super, Sarah.
Oh, we're perfect.
I have a stutter.
But Flores looks like he's not taking off his pedal off the foot, and he's getting hip in the gas.
This guy's a mess.
And again, Kobe Bryant, one of his rare cards, went for $2 million this weekend. Unbelievable.
I know.
Right. She's nice enough to get us lunch, which is always very nice. She's laughing. Well, you do. You went for lunch. I mean, you buy, I pay.
I think that's right.
She looked like one of those girls that likes Range Rover. But easy on the eyes, like I said. I think our paths will probably meet again.
Yep.
And if not, au revoir.
Museums are very instrumentational, Olive.
You said your pants will finally meet again.
You buy, I pay.
You buy.
How's that work out? And then we have another guest from the same person.
Pants touching. No,
That's what I thought with Misspeak number 1. And you are correct. It was first they said, who'd I say? Tasha. And then they guessed again. And you're correct with this one, Brooke. So they said that with the first Misspeak.
Yes,
that is the voice.
Yeah.
That is the voice that you do here. And then we have, if I get a venue only card at a baseball park and I ended up with extra money on it, I would buy one of them little souvenir baseball bats and go back and beat up the kiosk.
Now, you know what? It wasn't in there is I wonder if you can convert it back to cash.
I
You can
doubt.
put it back
For another
into
fee.
For another fee?
Yeah, for another fee.
For
yeah.
$3?
Yeah,
I
for
doubt
another
it.
$350.
It says SeaWorld went cashless and has the reverse ATM in the parks. And then there's
Oh, yeah?
a 6% service fee when you use your card to pay.
Oh,
What?
that's a lot.
Yeah. They get you both ways.
So they get you when you use a reverse ATM, they probably have a fee. And then when you go pay, there's a 6% service
Yep,
fee.
and that's what
screw.
people are bitching about.
They said there is a law that might be up for a vote making it illegal to not accept cash in Florida,
Really?
according to the text line.
Oh, I'm done.
You're done for. Just life's over. Call it quits.
I just, to me, there's something about, this is legal tender. When you have cash that is legal tender, they should have to take it. I don't know.
Crazy.
I
I'm not a cash person. I never use cash.
I don't have cash on me anymore either now that I'm not in the restaurant industry.
But the fact that you walk up somewhere and they say no, you cannot buy or with
I
cash.
get it. It's like, but this is like you said,
it's
legal
tender.
Yeah.
How can that not be? How can that be legal?
I don't understand.
I think it's the restaurant. I talked about it, Houston's, and that's the big chain, and the one on the water in Fort Lauderdale, or I forget where it's down. It's south by Fort Lauderdale. They don't take cash. My friends went there for dinner.
Say what?
And they were like, no.
And it's funny, we talk about this. There's none of these, or at least I haven't seen any of the reverse ATMs over at the ballpark that I go to that I talk about that doesn't take cash.
Yeah.
I've never seen that.
I just, like I said, it looks like our society, that's where they want to go. With obviously technology and everything, but it's just crazy. I mean, if they don't have it and they give you a kiosk, that's fine. But to charge you, and again, you don't even realize the amount of money. It's just like ATMs. You know the amount of money they make? People don't realize that all day long. Like the ones at casino strip clubs, and they're heavy fees. I mean, you're talking $20, $40, some of them, when you get an ATM, even the ones at casinos. I mean, you just can't even imagine the amount of money they make, and they're doing nothing. Just an ATM just sitting there like, okay, thank you. And what do you say? What it always says, there's a fee here. If you don't want to, accept it, then say, then you move on. But where am I getting cash then? I mean, that's the thing. It's crazy. I mean, it really is where people do it. I just think it's not a great thing to do to customers. And ballparks, man, I can't believe that. Like Yankee Stadium where there's nothing.
Apparently it's cashless there now.
Yeah, if you say you're a dad, you bring your kid, and you know what, you don't have credit cards, or maybe your credit card's at limit, and you go there. What the hell you eat all day if you don't know? I mean, maybe they publicize it and they tell you, if you go to our website or when you buy the tickets or something. But man, that's something you got to know. I think going in, I never knew that until you just said that.
And I guess the idea is if they have these things, they don't have to tell you in advance because you do have a way of using cash.
You have a way of
technically.
Yeah, you're right. You do have a way. It's going to cost you a little, but you do.
That's the thing, though.
Yeah, and that's not. Yeah. I just don't think that's fair for the average fan.
I mean, the whole idea of like debit card, like if they charge a fee for using a credit card or a debit card was the convenience of having, being able to do that, right?
Sure.
That was the whole. And then, of course, they would put all the transactions through, and they had to pay a fee too. I mean, it's like the venues have to pay a fee to the banks for using that
American
as well,
Express,
right? So it's the same thing. I mean, I get that. So they want to recoup that fee, and they don't want to have to put that out, and I understand that. But now we're at a point where either which way you're going to have to pay a fee. I don't know. I don't like that. I don't like where this is going.
Do you think there'll ever be a fee for paying cash?
just right out.
Yeah, right.
Here's cash. No, we're going to charge you on top of that.
That's right. It's
maybe.
Are they doing that now? It's called taxes.
Yeah. A drink is $10. If you pay cash, it's $12. Imagine that when you go in and you see a sign up there like, what the hell is this?
Yep. There's a fee for when you pay.
Yeah.
Period.
That is crazy. It is the Penthouse. If you have an opinion on this, let us know. Or if you had somebody break up with you in a blank way, fill in the blank. Like if they ghosted you, this kid had a tough one where he went to a house of his girlfriend and her new boyfriend came to the house naked, which is inappropriate. I would have been like, dude, she's sick right now. What are you doing walking around here naked? And you just walk in, put your feet up on the couch. Let us know about that. We had a special guest yesterday, Brady Matthews. He had a tough situation with his ex, and he was with her 10 years, and then the ex married her best friend. I mean, that's crazy, and he knew for years that they were best friends. I mean, that's a tough one. Love sucks sometimes, no doubt about it. It is the Penthouse on a Friday. We're going to go into our last hour for you guys. Franny, what's on Florida Stories?
I won't bring this one up again.
Oh, okay, thanks.
Yeah, no problem.
Appreciate it.
We have scuba divers who found a massive find, but you want me to do it?
Wait, which one was that?
The guy who had his colon exploded.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
Oh, we're not going to talk about that?
I mean, we can. It's up to you guys. We'll take a vote.
All right.
A Florida woman called 911 on herself. Why did she do that? She just needed some help. And then we have a situation, a throwdown that went down at an IHOP. I'll give you those stories when we get back on Real Radio 92.1.
The Stanley Cup Final is on Real Radio. Our Florida Panthers have slashed their way through the NHL playoffs to become Eastern Conference champions.
All I do is win, no matter what. The final seconds tick away, and the Florida Panthers are going to the Stanley Cup Final.
The puck is dropping on an epic battle for the Stanley Cup against the Edmonton Oilers. Real Radio is your official home for Florida Panthers hockey and the Stanley Cup Final. Catch every goal, every fight, every face-off, and every game on the way to victory. Not near a radio? No problem. You can stream Real Radio 92.1 anywhere on our free iHeartRadio app. The Florida Panthers on Real Radio is sponsored by Precision Door of South Florida.
Just like the Florida Panthers, the team at Precision Garage Door of South Florida holds their installers and technicians to the highest standards in the industry. Join the winning team at Precision Garage Door of South Florida.
Let's see what's up with traffic on Real Radio.
Expressway is looking good on our Friday afternoon drive. No major delays. We do have road work on 95. Look out. This is south on your ramp to Congress Avenue. Right lane of that off-ramp is blocked. That's traffic. I'm Judy Stewart.
This report is sponsored by Macy's. Find the perfect Father's Day gift with Macy's Gift Finder. In just a couple clicks, you'll get personalized gift ideas for every dad at every budget. Visit Macys.com/gift finder and give love today at Macy's.
Hey, it's the Greek. If you're looking for good people to add to your staff, reach out today to Action Labor, 561-683-1211. Action Labor can help you have a winning team and achieve your goals every day in your business. Construction, manufacturing, warehousing, or the food industry, Action Labor is your answer. Toughest thing in business is finding good people. Action Labor can help you find good people and quality people to add to your staff. Call today at 561-683-1211. Add to your team with a winning team. Action Labor. Peace.
Year after year, MMJ Health is voted the best medical marijuana card provider. Curious? Visit MMJHealth.com today and see if you qualify for your medical marijuana card. Feel better. Enjoy life with medical marijuana. MMJHealth.com.
From hurricanes to heat waves, Florida homeowners have seen it all. That's why they trust StormSmart. Stormcatcher screens, shutters, and impact windows provide year-round protection because smart is made to last. Call 866-61-SMART today for your free in-home consultation.
You wouldn't know it, but most financial advisors are put in a box. I'm Jeff Jr. from Trajan Wealth, and I want to provide you a little insight about financial advisors. Most financial advisors have to sell what their company requires them to sell, and many advisors have to only adhere to what's called a suitability standard. A suitability standard is a limited standard of care, not requiring what's sold to be best just suitable. Advisors with this loose standard often have limited investment and product selection. Trajan Wealth is held to a fiduciary standard, which is the highest standard of care in the advisory business. And that's just one of the many reasons we have billions of dollars under our care and attract clients from other advisors. Raise your standards today and call Trajan Wealth. Call 561-390-1000. That's 561-390-1000.
Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
Apologies if this is a little too soon for some people, but did you know we sell garage doors now that are hurricane-proof? I wouldn't have thought that was a sentence I need to say one day, but apparently that's a thing now. Wind-rated doors. It's like selling doors that are zombie-proof or lightsaber-proof. Why would I need that? Oh, wait, check the forecast. I totally do now. Ugh. At Mo Better Garage, we make that way mo better. In case you haven't noticed, weather's been getting kind of crazy the last 10 years. You'd think bringing all your valuable stuff inside your garage means it might actually be safe. Until you see your beige, tinfoil, 1990s vintage garage door like a leaf on the wind, floating gracefully over the horizon. Call Mo Better Garage and we'll get you a door you can count on. You're on your own against the zombies.
Mo Better Garage, we make it way more better.
MoBetterGarage.com.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle, unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. And right now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. With ZipRecruiter, one click sends your job to hundreds of top job sites. But more than that, ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies the candidates with the skills you need, sends you a list of great matches to review, then actively invites them to apply for your job. And the results speak for themselves. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. That's right, the first day. Now you can focus on your business and let ZipRecruiter do the work finding the best people for you. See for yourself. Experience the ease, efficiency, and power of ZipRecruiter for free. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Is your timeshare suffocating you? Are you feeling powerless because you were sold a bad investment that is nothing like you were promised? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. If you're ready to get rid of that timeshare, I'll send you our Timeshare Exit Information Kit free, exposing the timeshare industry scams with all your options for cancellation.
Call 800-653-1188. 800-653-1188. 800-653-1188.
Join us for our iHeartRadio album release party with John Bon Jovi. Celebrating the launch of Bon Jovi's new album, Forever, presented by Hulu. You'll hear all about the new album.
Legendary.
As part of an exclusive interview.
That's the magic of songwriting. I literally was staring out the window and I was like, oh, there it is. That's the magic. When it happens, you don't know where it comes from or why.
Watch on iHeartRadio's YouTube channel tonight at 7.
From the Gordon Partners Weather Center, have you or a loved one been injured through no fault of your own? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. Our skies are partly cloudy to mostly sunny as we move through the remainder of our Friday. Hot and humid as well, with temperatures in the 90s and the heat index in the triple digits. We will see some thunderstorms returning across parts of the area today, starting inland and moving east towards the coastline towards the end of the afternoon and evening. Could see a few scattered storms again tomorrow.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com, and I sell custom blinds designed for do-it-yourselfers. Unlike stock blinds offered at big box retailers, Blindster blinds are custom made for your windows and shipping is free. Don't hire an expensive pro. Do it yourself and save big at Blindster.com.
From the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
Have you been in an accident? Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio 92.1 is WZZR West Palm Beach, an iHeartRadio station.
Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Hey, it's Rover. Real Radio has your shot at $1,000 and a VIP trip to Vegas for our iHeartRadio Music Festival. Text the nationwide keyword FESTIVAL to the number 200-200. You'll get a text confirming entry plus iHeartRadio info, standard data, and message rates apply in this nationwide contest. That's FESTIVAL to 200-200. And good luck from Rover's Morning Glory and Real Radio.
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
It is The Penthouse on a Friday. Thanks for always tuning in. Don't forget the Panthers tomorrow night as they take on the Oilers for the Stanley Cup. You could hear it on Real Radio. Jimmy's in the house.
Good afternoon.
Francis is here.
Hola.
And it's time for another batch of stories.
Florida.
Florida.
Did you say
Florida? I'm from Florida.
WTF.
what the Florida?
Well, scuba divers found a big old load of cocaine. They said a haul of cocaine. They were out Monroe County. Typically, it was where we find cocaine, square groupers, all the drugs floating around there. And this time they did. And these actually had little Nike swishes on them. And they're like, all right, what is this? Is this just trash? No, in fact, it was $1 million worth of cocaine. They said it was 25 individually wrapped kilos. And yes, it was out there. The suspected drugs were handed over to U.S. Border Patrol. They were about 100 feet of water in the Atlantic Ocean when they found this.
Now, I wonder if Nike could sue them for using their logo.
That's copyright infringement.
Yeah, let's do it out of court.
You gotta,
or maybe it was from them.
You got to find out what cartel that's coming from first. And I don't know if you want to mess with them.
No, you never want to mess with them.
Exactly, and that's who's putting those Nike.
It's the Nikkei
cartel.
Is
it Nikkei?
Yeah. Nikkei cartel.
Got it.
They're out of Oregon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they did turn it over. And, I don't know what they do with it after you turn it over to
So many people ask that question. If you're,
do you keep it?
You hear people all the time ask about, like, if you're fishing.
Nobody knows. I mean, you're out there. You're out in the middle of the water. You found it. Nobody's around.
But the thing is,
there was 25, or they said that there were a bunch of little packages. Do you just take one package? Just be like, hey, I know somebody can sell this to you.
Well, see, that's the thing. If you take it, you have to have the means to sell it because you just don't want to hold it around
You got to know people who know people.
Yeah, because what's the sense?
People.
If you took a brick of cocaine, what are you going to do? Leave it in your cupboard?
Like, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Snort it all.
Well, you
and
can
then
do that.
Die.
How long would that take you? Like, you think?
Jesus.
You think you'd be good for like 10 years?
A brick?
I think longer than 10 years.
Really? All right, there you go, people.
$1 million?
See, you don't have to sell it.
25 kilos? Each brick was a kilo.
People come over your house. You want a brick?
Here you go. Take a bag.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a lot of cocaine.
Christmas is going to be great this year.
Yeah, I mean, I would say something to the drug dealer.
It does. It says Nike's got the switch and it says SB on the bottom.
I would say to the guys, like,
maybe
they should put a little information on those, like name and number if we find one,
Find this return.
If found.
If found, return back
Call
to
1-800.
The address is in Columbia.
And a reward, too. I mean, I'm trying to help everybody here.
Look at you. too.
Right, Jimmy? A little reward number.
That's what I would do.
Helping out the cartel.
I think if
business
you
card.
I think if you put a reward there, people will return it in.
Yeah.
You call up, hello?
Now some.
I don't think so, but
Now the
whatever.
Border Patrol has it. What are they going to do with it?
Can I just stop by, pick up the cash, and drop this off? Because I don't have any way to dump it. I'm just saying. That's the problem. You find something like that, and you're like, oh my God, jackpot. And then, like, what do you do with it?
I don't know. What do you do with it?
You can probably bring it to the police and say to them, hey, I found you. Why? You want to go 50-50?
And then a brawl broke out in
That's
the
what I
middle
would
of an IHOP. This woman was there with her kids, and then there was a family there with their 14-year-old daughter. And this 34-year-old woman thought, or one of her young kids said that the family with the 14-year-old daughter, the woman's name was Precious Williams, was talking badly about her and her 4 young kids. So she went over to the booth and was like, hey, you guys talking about me and my family? And they were like, nope, don't know what you're talking about. Well, it turned into an incident where Precious ended up pulling the hair of this 14-year-old girl. It ended up getting into a big altercation. It looks like the victim's family and Precious's husband had to separate the two of them. This is a 14-year-old girl. Yeah. With a 34-year-old woman. She claimed, Precious, that the teen pushed her. Then that's why she grabbed the hair and the fight started. It was all captured on cell phone video, and it does. It shows Precious standing over the teen as she was sitting down screaming at her before attacking her, seemingly unprovoked, according to the video. Another person was also struck in the head with a syrup bottle by an unknown person as the two groups were trying to separate the two.
I hope the top was up.
Police said 2 employees at the restaurant claimed that Precious, was initially upset because she believes someone at the victim's table called her children bad word, although neither employee heard any comments made, so we don't know. Well, they said the employees expressed concern for the 4 children, saying Precious did not check on her kids even after the brawl. She was just like, all right, fighting, and then I'm leaving. Precious was ultimately arrested on 1 count of child abuse because she hit the 14-year-old without great bodily harm and 4 counts of child neglect without great bodily harm. So interesting. So that makes me wonder, did she just walk out after she got in the fight? So why would she get the child neglect on her own kids? Huh. I don't know. The details are not there.
She's precious.
And then finally here in your What the Florida, a Florida woman was arrested after calling 911 on herself while trying to steal a car
This makes no sense.
from a dealership. So she could, quote unquote, could do it legally. Christy Turman, 37, called Lee County Sheriff's Office because she wanted authorities to know. Deputy said, she said, this is her quote, because I'm trying to steal a car that's not legally mine. So y'all better come make a report. I'm reporting this. So she's reporting herself. She wanted to come make a report that she's stealing a car. I'm reporting this. Because if you do it, then it'll be legal.
Yeah, makes sense.
Deputies arrived at the dealership a short time later where they found her exiting the driver's side of the stolen Toyota Corolla. The 37-year-old told deputies she was being trained in a game of black co-ops to steal a car, but I called you guys to make the carjacking legal. Well, she got arrested anyway.
Oh, really?
Because it wasn't legal the way she thought it was going to be legal.
They should have gave her a break because she tried to help society.
How does she try to help society?
She's reporting a crime.
Of her crime.
Yeah, of her crime.
She's reporting it, so then it's legal.
Yeah, all right.
Makes sense.
It does not make any sense.
She sounds precious.
Oh, she does. And that is your What the Florida.
Great job, Francis. We do it twice a show, 105 and 1105. And every day you guys amaze us.
Does this ever surprise you, any of these things? I'm like, what is happening in our world?
One of my friends said, does Freddie get Florida stores on the weekend? I said, nah, not really. I said, she's good Monday to Friday.
No weekend.
Do I give them on the weekend? No.
No, do you get them? And I said, nah, I said, Monday to Friday, there's enough.
Every day.
Every day. There is a bidding war going on for the NBA. It looks like TNT is going to lose it, and it looks like NBC is getting the NBA back. They had it for years, but lost it for like $2.6 billion a year. That's where it looks like the negotiations are going. That's strong rumor. And if that is the case, then TNT is going to lose that Emmy-winning pregame show with Charles Barkley and Shaq and Kenny Smith. That's going to be gone. So they're going to have one more year left, and then after that, that's going to be it. Those guys are on contract with TNT, so they can't make the switch. I think 2 of them. But it's a great show. It always is. Once the NBA Finals start, you lose it all the time. But TNT's been having it for, it seems like forever. I remember when NBC had it in the 90s. But it looks like they're getting it back. ESPN's going to be involved too, and the NBA is going to be back there. But that show people really do enjoy it, and it's going away. I'm sure it's going to make some people sad. Maybe they'll do some kind of version of it with NBC. I don't know, or a podcast, but looks like that's going to be it. And no more TNT pregame basketball.
So TNT owns the rights to that show, right?
Yes.
And a group of them together. Now, Barkley's already gone from that, right? I mean, because he's out of it, or his contract was up with Was it with TNT?
Yes, his contract is up, I believe, as of the end of this season, which they just ended last week. TNT got all this season, and they got playoffs, but they never got the NBA Finals. The Finals always went to ABC.
Yeah.
But they got the season. But now they're losing the season and the playoffs. Right. And it looks like NBC's bid is going to be higher than theirs at $2.6 billion, whatever it is.
That's not surprising.
Yeah. It's amazing.
I got a couple text messages. 47142 started off with Real Radio talking about being cashless and all kinds of things we've been talking about on the radio on the Penthouse. It says, at the store at which I work, we take cash for regular purchases. But if someone is making a payment on their finance account, we can only take debit cards because it is a separate company from us. And we can't do a cash deposit for them. I don't know if I understand you guys.
I don't quite understand.
I don't either. That's from Sarah. Sorry. I don't understand if you can break that down. And then we have here, sorry.
Sorry.
You know what I did find?
These things scroll over like after a while. It says, I don't know about the boyfriend coming to the door naked. Greek, imagine if the father came and answered the door naked. That would be kind of awkward.
Really awkward. Yeah, then you might
Especially
be
if
happy.
the daughter's inside.
Yeah, then you might be happy you're out of there.
Somebody says, yeah, you can give them bricks away as door prizes after a party. There you go. Talk about the cocaine bricks.
Nice.
And then somebody wants to know, can we get Greek's definition of babanya? He uses it for all drugs. Weed, babanya. Cocaine, babanya. Ecstasy, babanya.
He doesn't care.
So they want to know what your definition
It's like the rest of the show.
of babanya is.
Babanya is drugs. A Buckeye is a Buckeye.
All right, well, there you go. It's all drugs, I guess.
Yeah, anytime we bring up drugs, I use babanya. That's
right.
it.
All right.
There's really no definition to anything.
Okay.
I mean, who cares? If you don't like it?
It is.
Well,
They
listen.
just wanted your definition. That's all.
That's it. When I hear it, I think of drugs right away.
Okay.
You know, like if one of my buddies is like, I'm going to go smoke a joint or I'm going to go do a line, I'll go babanya. That's it. Jimmy, Greek misspeak?
Yeah, it is that time of the day for new Greek Misspeak in review.
This is your Greek Misspeak review.
Harry Potter, grow up, bro. You're getting married. It's got to be Harry Potter. I mean, you want to do that? Go to a Ferris wheel someplace.
A Ferris wheel. That's a great idea.
Do you think that is said amongst them? She's like, hey, man, we don't want to come back here for Game 7. You think they are thinking that or game of the game?
It's all so clear to me now.
And that's one of the posts that Franny said on the Fun Facts that's won the most. So parameter 5.
Yeah. I don't know what that means.
Knicks last night at the Garden blew out the Pacers.
Yeah. I think it's getting worse.
But yeah, a lot of them, you know, they always have jobs to pay the ends meet.
Translation? They were going to turn all the members into Xehanort.
And that just goes to show how big it was that the big networks picked it up.
Mm-hmm. And they showed the audio. And
I can't see it.
hey, go get a piece of ass on the side.
All right.
It's your wedding day.
Who doesn't?
6 beautiful ladies, $5,000 up for cash. Jackpot. Supposed to say up for grabs, by the way.
Yeah,
but
we figured that out.
Okay. Thank you, Franny.
So a place I've been dying to go check out a show since it's open is the Sphere in Las Vegas. And I want to say finally, I'm actually surprised that somebody just now has been banned from the Sphere. Because there's been a few shows. U2 has a residency. Fish
Wasn't
now.
about a month ago somebody banned too for climbing outside? Or am I mistaken?
Yeah, but that's not an actual person who paid for a ticket.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that guy was like a daredevil doing some stuff.
So this
person actually got into the Sphere. And I wonder, because I saw pictures of this guy, how did he get in with that thing? So there is a Fish fan who has been banned from, they say, every MSG property, Madison Square Garden, and the Sphere, after what they call taking a historic, because he was the first one, bong hit, and becoming the first person to ever smoke from a bong inside of the Sphere.
Oh, they kicked him out?
This occurred at Fish's 420 show. You know how many people had vapes? You know they had vapes with THC in there. You know they did. And definitely on psychedelics. There was mushrooms galore in that place. But Fish played 4 nights at the Sphere in Las Vegas. And this person in particular who wrote this said, I was there 419 and 420, sitting just one suite over from the guy who's ripping a bong and posted it on Instagram on 420. They said, I didn't see him hitting the bong in the suite next to ours, but the video went super viral in fish circles and then saw it within minutes after the video being posted. But there was a lot of people, as I mentioned, smoking and vaping inside of the Sphere at these shows, as you can only imagine if you know fish. And they say, as the case every fish show since 1989. They said, but it took some stones to sneak in a bong to the venue, hit it, and then post it on Instagram. And it looks like a glass bong. It does. I don't know if it maybe
full size.
It's a normal bong.
Okay.
It's not going to be one of those massive ones. I would say maybe about 10 inches.
Okay.
So big enough. Water bong.
Thank God that's big enough.
But I'm saying to bring into a venue,
Big
like you would
enough.
think, you would think that they would search backpacks, bags. They would have some kind of clear bag policy. Maybe the guy was wearing real baggy pants and stuffed them in his pants. I don't know.
That's pretty big.
But he was also in a suite,
Oh,
so
no.
they a little bit more laxed with people who are
No.
in the suites. I don't know.
No. Well, you go in. I mean, it's the same security. Then obviously you go to your suite, but you're in there.
I know, but did he know somebody who knew somebody who knew
Maybe.
somebody? I don't know. But this guy got in with a full on bong.
The only thing that's odd about that, we've talked about this. Now, in casinos, I've seen people get kicked out with face recognition. You know, they see it, you're kicked out. I've seen people. I know somebody who just got kicked out a little while ago at Caesars. But for another arena, like if he goes to the Garden, how do they know he can't get in there? You know what I'm saying? Like he's kicked out at MSG, all properties.
Unless they have the same security.
You think they do?
Software or something like that.
Really?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Do I think so? I don't know. I have no clue.
But I'm
how
saying with
that
all
stuff-
the thousands of people, like, you know, for that. Like casinos do have it. I have seen it happen.
It blows me away that we can do that. I mean, I don't know why, but that does. I mean, when you have thousands of people, how it can pinpoint one individual out of all of that, you know, and how, I mean, like, can't you just put a hoodie on?
Well, that's what they said. And like even Instagram was joking about this
glasses?
guy. They were joking. They were like, someone clever enough to sneak a bong into the Sphere is
Can't get
clever enough to beat the ban
Yeah.
and get into other places. But they said that the ban, but that's just not the case with MSG Entertainment's facial recognition technology that they have.
Oh, then they must have it at the Garden.
Well, yeah, MSG Entertainment.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yep. So I guess they do. They have facial recognition, and that's how they will follow it. But yeah, dude got busted. And the reason why they were able to find him was because he posted on his Instagram page. Social media took him down. His if you want to follow him, the name is acid_farts.
Wow.
No thanks. I'll pass.
I got other things to do this weekend.
I'll pass.
I'm not going to follow him. I'm going to be good.
Acid_farts is his Instagram handle.
Because they were showing the other day when the girl at the Oilers game, she lifted up her shirt, and obviously she's fine. They didn't catch her or anything by that. But they talked about those girls. Remember those girls that went to the World Series a couple of years ago? And they flashed. It was like a real big thing right behind the dugout.
Yeah, and that was getting on TV.
Yeah,
right?
it was on.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
But the reason I'm bringing that up because they're banned from all parks in the country. Like they can't
Right.
go to a baseball park. And I've always said,
And again, how do you?
that's my point. Like how when they say that, like, is that really a punishment?
But you know, and it's funny too because the other times when we talk about like people fighting.
Yeah.
And one of the things is we'll say is, well, you know, you got to give them a stiff punishment
Yeah.
in order to stop this type thing. And one of them would be to ban them from, you know, whether it's airlines and,
Sure.
you know, and that conversation
agree.
always comes back is how do you do that? How is that a feasible thing to be able to do? And maybe this is it. Maybe that's, you know, like that facial recognition stuff is getting, you know, better,
yeah.
easier. AI is making it better. You know, it could be that. I mean, you know, what AI can do nowadays, maybe it's involved with it. I don't know if that's one particular property where it's MSG everywhere, right? I could see where they would all have the same security type of software, but it just seems like a massive undertaking. And again, you just wear a hoodie and a pair of glasses or something. Can you beat it?
You might be able to. I mean, the girls with the baseball thing I know was huge because it was a World Series game. I remember that.
yeah.
I
that's
mean,
right.
and they were right.
World Series? Was it?
It was a
I
World
think
Series
you're
game.
right because
Yeah,
it was a very high profile game.
But it
of
was
some
right
sort.
behind home plate, and they waited. Like I think it was the second inning or something like that, and bang.
Yeah.
And I think they were something to do with a .com company. I think, but I know one of the girls is somebody. She dates somebody famous. I found that out down the road.
Oh, all right.
But I'm just saying, like, and they were banned forever. But I always say that, like, it's like the two things we always ask. That question, and when players get fined, do they pay? We always use that here in sports.
Well,
Like,
that we seem to be learning a little bit more and more that they do, and
It goes to
where it goes,
Yeah.
and that type of thing. And in some cases, the
Charity.
team picks it up, and sometimes it's the player. It depends on what the infraction is.
I'm surprised more girls who don't want to try to like get famous or get into porn or OnlyFans don't do what this woman did. Because if you're attractive and you got a nice rack and you do that, you're getting picked up. I mean, your phone's ringing, no doubt, if that's where you want to go. You know what I mean? At a big game, like a Stanley Cup, NBA, any game, I'm sure any game, you just sit there and go, woohoo, and all of a sudden you'll be like, wow, look at my thing, it's blowing up. And this woman, she's getting, calls from a couple places, and she doesn't even want to be recognized. So imagine if you did want to be recognized, and you're like, hey, this is my name, reach out to me, and you know what? I'm sure you can make a ton of money for girls that are on OnlyFans and stuff like that. 877-927-6969. That is the number to call. It is the Penthouse on a Friday, getting you ready for the weekend. If you had a situation where you got broken up with in a bad way, let us know. Or maybe you did it to somebody and it wasn't great. You knew it, but you did it. But again, I'm a firm believer you should always sit down with the person and talk to them and give them the respect that they would give you. We're going to come back with a trifecta, and then we're going to come back with some more. We'll be back. Peace.
Real Radio is the News Junkie.
He didn't even mention to us that he was doing this.
Did you just get a studio apartment Airbnb? Or imagine you have multiple rooms, don't you?
It's a small house.
Mm-hmm.
A small house?
You and Sean would have to share a room.
Feet to head?
No, not a bed, a room.
No, you can't.
The News Junkie. Weekday afternoons at 3 on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Keep listening for the next chance to win your way to our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One.
A weekend full of superstar performances this September.
Streaming live only on Hulu. Tickets go on sale Friday, June 14th.
But starting June 12th at 1 p.m. Eastern, Capital One cardholders get first access to tickets and other exclusive offers for 48 hours only or while pre-sale tickets last. Visit iHeartRadio.com/Capital One for more pre-sale details. What's in your wallet?
Here's traffic on Real Radio.
Boca Raton roadwork. It's blocking the right lane of your off-ramp 95 south to Congress Avenue. Crash in Jupiter, Indiantown Road at Jupiter Farms Road. That's traffic. I'm Judy Stewart.
This report is sponsored by Macy's. Find the perfect Father's Day gift with Macy's Gift Finder. In just a couple clicks, you'll get personalized gift ideas for every dad at every budget. Visit Macy's.com/gift finder and give love today at Macy's.
Hey, it's the Greek from Narosa Palm Beach, where you can party with the beautiful ladies 7 days a week to 5 a.m. And Friday night is Fetish Fridays, live fetish shows every hour. It's Narosa Palm Beach 7 days a week with a 5-star menu and beautiful ladies. And if you want to watch a sporting event, it's always on at Monrosa Palm Beach. You're a winner if the team loses because you got the beautiful ladies of Monrosa Palm Beach. Open at 5 a.m. 7 days a week. It's Monroe's, baby. Peace.
Ocean breeze, tropical beach, pina colada. You can buy an air freshener to make your car smell like you're in an oceanside paradise. Or, better yet, you can point your car toward Daytona Beach and come experience the real thing. Visit DaytonaBeach.com to discover all there is to see, do, and enjoy along the world's most famous beach. Daytona Beach, Florida. Beach on.
On sale now, Sublime with Rome, Face to Face, Fortunate Youth, and Iconic. Coming to Abacoa Amphitheater. South Florida will never be the same. October 25th. Don't miss Sublime with Rome, Face to Face, Fortunate Youth, and Iconic. Coming to Jupiter. To the Abacoa Amphitheater, October 25th. All tickets at Eventbrite.com.
I have diabetes. I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
I have asthma. I'm at risk too.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine, a Pfizer vaccine that can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. For over 35 years, we've grown by offering our clients more offices, more lawyers, and recovering more than $20 billion. Injured? The choice is easy. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
News Junkie is sponsored by FAMU's Mary. Educate, learn, talk.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential. But finding those people can be a major hassle, unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. And right now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. With ZipRecruiter, one click sends your job to hundreds of top job sites. But more than that, ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies the candidates with the skills you need, sends you a list of great matches to review, then actively invites them to apply for your job. And the results speak for themselves. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. That's right, the first day. Now you can focus on your business and let ZipRecruiter do the work finding the best people for you. See for yourself. Experience the ease, efficiency, and power of ZipRecruiter for free. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, the original timeshare cancellation expert. And I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. All you need to do is give my office a call. I will send you a timeshare exit information kit absolutely free, explaining how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free info kit. 800-522-5700. 800-522-5700.
The doctor's office that mixed up your files has your Social Security number. The power company that mistakenly cut your service has your payment info and last 3 addresses. Your info is in endless places that could accidentally expose your info to identity theft. That's why LifeLock monitors millions of data points every second. If your identity's stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code CLAY at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
Some people just know the best rate for you is a rate based on you with Allstate, not one based on anyone else. So if you drive safely, you could save money. Good to know. Visit Allstate.com or call for a quote today.
Here's what's happening with the weather on Real Radio.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. Our skies are partly cloudy to mostly sunny as we move through the remainder of our Friday. Hot and humid as well, with temperatures in the 90s and the heat index in the triple digits. We will see some thunderstorms returning across parts of the area today, starting inland and moving east towards the coastline towards the end of the afternoon and evening. Could see a few scattered storms again tomorrow.
This report is sponsored by Indeed.com. Need to hire? You need Indeed. Their all-in-one platform helps you attract, interview, and hire candidates all from one place. And Indeed's interview tool lets you schedule and conduct virtual interviews right from their website. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
iHeartRadio celebrates the Tony Awards Sunday, June 16 on iHeartRadio Broadway, the greatest songs of musical theater.
Alexander Hamilton.
Go backstage with Broadway's biggest stars. Hear the stories behind the shows and commercial-free Broadway hits 24/7. Plus, check out exclusive interviews with this year's Tony Awards nominees. iHeartRadio Broadway, one of over 100 commercial-free stations on the iHeart app. Just search iHeartRadio Broadway and start listening.
Greg's Trifecta is sponsored by the physicians at MMJ Health.
Real Radio 92.1. We are an iHeart radio station. listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
It is the Penthouse on a Friday. Get jacked up, baby. Come on, it's the weekend. You got to wear your pajamas inside out and be ready to rock and roll. Jimmy's in the house.
Hello, good afternoon. Come on, jacket.
Yeah. Rough. Meow.
Jackets.
That's not funny when somebody else says it. Isn't that funny?
Especially a lady. Franny's
It's like
here.
a jacket because it's cold.
Yeah. Are you cold in there?
Oh.
I am, but I can't wear my man. Yeah, look at it.
What happened to
I
it?
spilled my coffee all over it.
Oh, that's good look.
Is it? Look
Yes,
at that.
it is in some countries.
Look at that.
Oh, wow.
All over it.
Oh, wow.
Wash it this weekend in cold water.
It's all
If
stained.
you want, I'll
That's
do
all
it. I don't have
know.
anything to
And
do this
that's
weekend.
half,
Ruined.
that was half my coffee, too.
I'll wash this
I
weekend.
care more about missing half my coffee than I do about my.
Want me to wash it for
I
you?
can. I have a washer
Because I
and
don't think you
dryer.
can do this weekend.
It's okay. I actually.
Is that
I own one of those in my home. I can wash my clothes.
Oh, I was just trying to help.
Yeah, no
Is that
problem.
cashmere?
It's not. It's not.
Is that cashmere?
Is that a spot?
I'm very
That
upset.
spot right
I'm very upset. Look at that stain. Look at that stain.
Wow, that is a bad stain. Wow.
I can do the same thing. Look at that stain. Look at that stain.
Look at it.
That's impressive. You can do the same thing, Jimmy.
That's a big stain, Jimmy.
That's,
I hope it's not the same color.
wow. I mean, if you can do that, hats off
From
to
you
you.
with the Florida
Oh,
story.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
I gotta be honest. I mean, you go to the front of the bus right there with that, dude. You can tell somebody that. I can do the same thing, if you want it. It is the Penthouse. We're gonna come back right now. We do a trifecta.
Coming back. We'll be right back. Man, you see? Hey, Bugsy.
Boston Celtics won last night. Game 1 in the NBA Finals. Yes, they covered. Yes, I like the Mavericks. It's only game 1. Relax. We got Luka. We got Kyrie. We're not going to bring the wagons in yet.
All right. Don't
It's
bring
only
the
one
wagons.
game. 107-89. Oh, Danny, very good jokes today.
So much for rust. Damn it. Damn it.
You know how many text messages I got last night that said
yeah.
that? So much for Rust Creek. I said, it's game 1, you little weasel. Relax. God, you didn't bitch last week when you won 1,700. My God, fans are so tough. Anyway, Celtics won last night. They did a nice tribute to Bill Walton. Also tied in the Grateful Dead. He was a Celtic, won a championship there, so it was very, very nice. Celtics, great game. They won 107-89. Didn't go over, but the game, the Celtics did cover from the beginning of the game all the way to the end. Game 2 is Sunday night. Speaking of championships, the Panthers got a chance for the first time in 30 years to win the Stanley Cup. And it's because I have them at 9-1. Because it doesn't matter about me, really. It's about the Stanley Cup and the Panthers winning it on Real Radio. First time ever. Let's go, guys. Tomorrow night, the puck drops at 7:30, and the game starts at 8 o'clock. They sound jacked up to me. That comes right out of the locker room. As soon as those guys hear it, they're like, let's do it.
Yeah.
Me. And speaking of a team that's on a roll and as hot as a firecracker, Yankees win again. I said it all week. Bet the Twins. Bet against them. The Twins suck. Yankees are crushing the ball. I mean, they really are. And they're covering, too. If you can't bet them with the odds, bet them with the runs. Every game they won by at least 2 runs. Yankees have won 8 in a row, tied for the best record in baseball, and they are just crushing it. This weekend, though, big weekend. Great series. Dodgers and Yankees. First time in a long time. I would like to be there to watch a game. Just a little, I think it'd be a great time to see them. It reminded me when I was a kid, I used to see the Dodgers and Yankees in the World Series in the 80s. Really cool. 2 of the best teams. It's going to be very exciting this weekend at Yankee Stadium. Greeks Trifecta is always sponsored by Pep Capital. Peace.
Jimmy at realradio921.com is the email address. It's wide open, and we're keeping an eye on it. We got this one I wrote in. We were talking earlier about the girls that were flashing at the World Series, Greek.
Yes.
Says, Jimmy, the girls who got banned for flashing at the World Series, instead of facial recognition, they are now being scanned for boob recognition. Apparently, they have that technology now.
Really? Interesting. I did not know that was a thing.
I might have to look into that.
That is interesting.
Boob recognition.
That could be your job at a stadium. What are you doing? I'm working at a boob.
I'm a boob detector.
Yeah, I'm checking it out. If I see anything that looks a little weird or a little...
Finally made it, Mom. I finally made it.
So the other day, I think it was Wednesday night, I have, once in a while, not a lot, I would say I've done it maybe a couple times a year. I get a cleaning service from my place.
Okay.
And they provide it at the establishment that I live at.
Oh,
and there's-
that's nice.
there's
They have a cleaning service?
Oh, they have one. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
but you pay for it.
Yeah, of course, of course. But that's nice that they have it in-house.
Yeah, but there's a couple different ones that they have. So these two ladies came to my house about 6:30, 7 o'clock, and I had an appointment at 8. So I thought, oh, they were just there early. So I said, okay. I said, come on in. They walked in, and I said, should I come back in an hour and a half? So they didn't speak English, so we had to text it back and forth.
Okay.
You know how that went. So she wrote.
Yeah. Not well, I'm guessing.
I was gonna say, in English, it's a pit.
I
a
know.
bitch.
Yeah, so she wrote 1.30 and meant like an hour and a half. And I was like,
Okay.
I go, 1:30 in the morning? I go,
Yeah,
what the-
1:30.
What the hell you doing?
Got it. So she was trying to say an hour and a half.
Around
Yeah.
1:30.
Okay.
So then she got her boss on, and she said, and she showed me the text, 1 hour and 30 minutes.
Okay.
I said, okay. So I went back in an hour and like 10 minutes, and they were done. Again, they did a great job, and the place is pretty clean anyway. It's immaculate, basically, and they just did. I said, okay. So I'm sitting down watching TV and watching the game. I think it was a playoff game the other night. Or what was there, a hockey game or something was on? One of my buddies came over, and the door rings again, knocks on the door. It's two ladies again. I'm like, what the hell's going on? And they said, hey, we're getting a cleaning service. I said, I just had somebody clean my service. I mean,
So they thought it was weekly,
He had
or
somebody
was
clean
it a
his-
different
He had somebody
place?
clean his service, though, just so you're wondering.
I just clean the service.
Clean his service.
Hold on.
The ones that I had at 6:30 came to the wrong apartment. The one next door ordered it. And the ones that came at 8 o'clock were mine, and they didn't speak English either. So it was like.
So did you tell them to go next door? 'Cause obviously they missed that apartment.
So it was just like a mass confusion.
Yeah.
My buddy's like cracking up because he said on the couch, he goes, only you. Like, you have to, because he goes, I know you're neat, but then the other ones just leave. He goes, and you got another two here? So I had to work it out with them and everything, but it was just a weird thing because, again, nobody speaks English. So
Did they eventually figure out that they had to go next door?
No, the ones who came to me went to the wrong apartment.
No, I know that.
Oh, they were gone. I don't even know who the hell they were.
Okay.
I heard it.
They were an outside company. They didn't clean anything.
So the poor guy next door got screwed.
Oh, well,
I'm sure he called and was like, hey, nobody showed up.
Yeah,
or
I'm sure
whatever.
he did. But then at 8 o'clock was when the one I had. So I explained to her, and I said, look, this is a misunderstanding. I thought those were your girls
Yeah,
earlier.
that just came early.
Yeah, so she was like, okay. She goes, I'm going to have to charge you something because the girls came out. So they charged me 25%. I was like, okay, no big deal. It wasn't expensive anyway, but it was just so funny because my buddy was on the couch. He's like, how many times you had this place cleaned?
I think the key sentence in that whole thing was nobody speaks English.
What if that?
Nobody.
What a racket! What if that was like a thing? That
Nobody.
But listen, what if that? What if that was the thing that they? No, I know.
That was the joke.
I wasn't even getting it.
All right, all right.
Oh, I
No,
got it.
sorry.
I said to her, I go, I don't speak English either. Nobody speaks English.
But listen, what a scam that could be. Like, what if it was the same company and they said that and they sent them to you early, and then they sent another thing of girls early, saying it was, oh, the other person was supposed to go to your neighbors. Like,
Yeah.
that's it. Because then they got paid the full amount of money that they were supposed to get paid, and then they just made for free an extra 25% of whatever it was going to be.
They charged me $100.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it could be the same company, and it's just a scam upon a scam because they're making money for not doing any cleaning. They just have girls just show up and be like, oh, it must be a misunderstanding. I had two other girls from another company come earlier, but it could have all been the same company. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But did you order two different? Why would you pay for a second?
No, they still made him pay because the first one wasn't originally wasn't
mine.
Wasn't the one that was supposed to clean his house.
I thought it was just when I went to the door like 6:30, two girls were there, cleaning girls, and I just thought they were mine that came at 8 o'clock.
Oh.
They were there an hour and a half earlier than they were supposed to, and according to this mishap, they went to the wrong place. They were supposed to go to
the one next door.
to the guy next door.
Yeah.
So then the ones who were supposed to clean his house, G-Man's like, oh, they already cleaned, but they still charged him 25%. Just because a girl showed up.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying? So what if it was the same company and they're getting that full fee for the cleaning fee and then they get 25% for not even doing anything?
Yeah, it felt like I was
Just
talking
knocking on the door.
It felt like I was talking to management. I would say something, they didn't answer me at all, and I was just like, "What the hell's going on?"
So it's normal. It's a normal conversation.
And then she handed me the phone, and I was like, "Oh wow, you give me an iPhone?
Nice. Is this a 17?
was
I needed an upgrade.
It was a
Thank you.
15. You just take off with it."
Thank you, Natasha.
So sometimes when I'm getting gas, if I'm on the phone, which I'm trying not to do, because if you listen to the show, I'll drive away without getting gas. People will hear me say, give me 40 on the 5. So people think I'm on the track or 40 on the 7. I've said that before. So the other night when these girls are here, I was on the phone with this girl I'm friends with, and I said, oh, these girls are here. Let me call you back. And she's like, what do you mean girls? What do you got? Girls just coming over your house? You're ordering hookers to the house now? I'm like, come on.
I always did that.
I always did that. I said, is that fine? That's odd? I mean, come on. Yeah, like I said, the track.
I'm not going to them.
I mean, come on. 40 on the 5. I'm not betting. My buddy's like, you're at the track? It's like 9:30 at night. I go, would I bet $40 on a horse? Come on, stop. At the 5?
40.
Come on.
$40.
Jimmy, to Belmont tomorrow. Do we go back to the Gray Horse or do we get off?
I will. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay. What are the odds on it? Is it 12-1, my buddy said last night?
I don't know. I haven't looked at
we'll check in the Greek zone.
latest.
But you say we go back with it again?
Oh, I am for sure. Yeah, I would. Yeah.
All right.
Because I think it's the only gray.
Yes, it
in
is.
this field as well. So you got it. We have to bet the gray.
Franny, what do you think? Go back with the Gray one?
Go back with the gray. Why not?
Yeah. I think that my buddy said it was 12-1.
Is it? Okay.
That's what he saw. I mean, we'll check the odds.
Yeah.
In the
I mean, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Because it's what is it gonna be when at post time?
Yeah,
I mean that's all that really matters.
It drops down.
That's why the early odds almost other than the fact that you get an idea. Oh, 50 to 1. Oh,
Seize
all right,
the
great.
gray, right?
Seize the gray.
Seize the gray 8 to 1.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. That really dropped down. But you got to bet because it's great.
But you don't know. You don't know what it'll be at that time. And if I'm not mistaken, I think Saratoga is about the same length as Pimlico? Where the Preakness is. So I mean, the track is pretty close to the same length.
Okay.
And I was looking into that a little bit only because it looked like Seize the Gray might have lost had that been a little bit longer of a race, right? So, and that's why I was curious. Now, typically, the Belmont track itself is longer than where Pimlico is. The Preakness is done in Pimlico there.
Mm-hmm.
So
and the Derby.
That's why, and clearly the Derby's the shortest. So that's why I was like, well, I don't know. I don't know if the Seize the Gray would hold, but I mean, you still got to put a couple bucks on it. It's the only gray horse in.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing it, and I'm going to go with the same thing I did.
like Seize the Gray. I like Seize the Gray, and I also like the Wine Steward, too, which is a 15 to 1.
All right. We'll remember that.
Yeah. So how many horses do you say there were?
10, I think, Jimmy.
Is it 10 or 11?
9, 10.
Oh, you should have it there.
It's 10.
10?
Yep.
And what are the ones that are at least 20 to 1?
There's only one 20 to 1.
Oh, really?
Yep.
What is the 2?
The 2, Resilience.
I heard that's a long shot.
Is that Resilience? Sorry, I was on the website and then I went off of it. Let's see. 10 to 1.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. So there's really no long shots. Just that 120 to 1. Ooh.
Yep, the 120 to 1 is Protective, is the name of the horse.
All right. 877-927-6969. That's the number to call if you guys want to get involved, or text us at Real Radio 47142. Today we had a lot of things on the table, but again, did you ever have a bad breakup that somebody did to you, or maybe you did it to somebody? Something that was just not cool. Now you were like, man, what the hell is this? A note, a text, something like that. Maybe somebody threw, I don't know, an orange through your window with a note on it, something. And you're like, man, that's not the way you break up with somebody. But give us a call on that. You could also text us at Real Radio 47142, or you can email Jimmy at realradio921.com. Those are the ways that you could always get involved with the show. And today we also had a gift card to New York Prime for $125. Don't forget, every day at 11:45, you get a big prize and a chance to win with us. We always appreciate you guys being alive.
We're talking, appreciate you being alive.
Being with us. We appreciate you being alive.
Oh, my God.
We got another hour.
Oh, God.
Another hour of what?
You have another hour.
Hey!
Hey! I do want to mention something adorable really quick, though.
Oh, okay.
We talk about puppy dogs and Palm Beach Animal Care Control. They are waiving adoption fees for June. But have you heard of the Stanley Pup Competition?
No, I haven't.
So the Stanley Pup Competition to raise awareness about animal adoption, and the inaugural presentation is happening tonight. The NHL Network and ESPN Plus is going to be putting this on. It's tonight and tomorrow if you want to catch it. So there's not many things that can upstage the Stanley Cup, but pack of precious puppies.
Damn right.
Oh my goodness! So the Cup and Pups is where they've helped film this inaugural Stanley Pup, which highlights the importance of animal adoption by letting 16 dogs represent each of the teams that qualify for the 2024 Stanley Cup playoffs, including Sergei Bobrovsky. You have, You got Connor McDoodle.
I love it.
Connor McDoodle's in the mix. I throw all these really cute names on here, but it's so fun.
Bobrovsky.
Yeah. 8 p.m. tonight if you want to watch it. NHL Network, ESPN Plus, and then they also do it tomorrow at 6 o'clock. But it is adorable. So let's see who we have on here. They say the pup will feature special appearances by celebrity dog lovers, Kristen Chenoweth. You have Miranda Lambert. Lisa Vanderpump, Trisha Yearwood is also going to be on there. And then some people from like American Ninja Warrior, all these things. If you're a fan of puppies, this is absolutely adorable. And they name all their dogs after NHL players too.
Sure.
It's a fun thing. Yeah, so you can catch that tonight.
Great job there. Always try to help out if you guys want to get a dog or adopt one, which is great. We always give you places locally that are doing it. And giving a dog a home is a fantastic thing. 877-927-6969. That is the number to call if you want to get involved with the show. The FBI is releasing some files now on O.J. Simpson and about the shoe that was found at the murder scene. This was brought up in 94, but it was an Italian shoemaker. And O.J. did have this shoe, but it's just interesting the things that are coming out about him after the case, obviously, and after him passing away, and more evidence comes out, and the size and everything, and all the things that match with it. That he did have the shoe, it was his size, and the families must be like, just enough's enough. It won't go away, and this is the 30-year anniversary. But these files were released by the FBI, and now the public has them. Like a lot of other things that are out there with big cases, they're not released for years and years later. But one of those situations where it is just not a great situation.
So you think they'll be able to find the real killer? Is that what you're saying?
With the shoe?
With the shoe?
They might. I mean, it's going to be tough. But he had the shoe, and it was the size that he wore. I remember seeing him on, they showed him wearing it on NBC a couple times, too, the exact replica or the same shoe that he had. It was a black Italian designer that he had. But just
if the
great.
shoe don't fit, you must have quit. Right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
the
It's like the
shoe
glove.
don't fit.
Yeah, it's
like the glove.
just like the glove. But crazy things that come out with this case. I don't think it'll ever go away. I really don't. I think there'll always be something that's going to come out. You're never going to know anything. Some people thought when OJ passed away, maybe he was going to say something on his deathbed, but I didn't think he was. I think the day he passed, he was probably still looking for the killer. But he was having a hard time finding it. 877-927-6969. That is the number to call if you guys want to get involved. Bad Boys 4. I didn't realize there was 4. I thought
You said this the other day.
Yeah, I know, but I thought it was the third one.
You mentioned it the other day. That was
I know.
horrible.
It's just like 4. Man, they really milked this. I mean, really. And I know they did something with the Marlins, and they did something also with the Dolphins. So they're all over the place promoting this new film.
Guess there's something at the end of the movie too where what's his name keeps slapping Will Smith.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
that's funny.
Martin Lawrence. Who is it?
It's Martin Lawrence?
Martin Lawrence,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, and he apparently, and I don't know. People are like, "Is that supposed to be
a joke?
a part of it?" Like they're playing off on it because
Did
I
he
guess he repeatedly does it.
Yeah.
Did he say something like, keep my name out of your mouth? Oh, that's crazy. That would be pretty funny if they put something in there about it.
It's apparently it is in there. I mean, that's what they're saying. So I haven't seen the movie.
They say that they expect it to rake in a good amount of money, saying that Bad Boys Ride or Die is projected about $40 million in their debut. They said it's shooting for a quick start at the box office. This is as you mentioned, 4th film in the franchise, and they're expecting between $30 and $50 million in the first weekend in theaters.
It got great reviews. A lot of people liked it from the people who've seen it. Obviously, we'll see what happens this weekend. I'm sure it'll be number 1 unless there's a Marvel movie coming out, and there's not. But again, they've had a great run with this. This is the 4th one, and obviously they waited a little while, I think, after the whole thing with him, with the Oscar slap and everything like that. They maybe could have started it with the whole Oscars. Maybe they could have started right there and then went from there. But, yeah.
I don't think there's a lot of competition right now either, right? Isn't it what Garfield, I think, is out right now? That's
Garfield did pretty good last week, but yes, that was it that I know of.
Yeah, there's not much going on right now. And usually this summer you get blockbusters. Maybe a couple weeks from now, July, maybe a couple of big movies will be coming out.
I don't know. Or does this slow down during the summer? I always like
the
vacations and stuff. I don't know. It depends on the,
well, yeah,
the time
but also
frame,
vacations. Right? But you also have a lot of people have time to go to the movies
Do they?
too.
Yeah,
They have
kids.
they have summer blockbusters, and then around the holidays is where you have a lot of them.
Yeah,
too.
holidays in the summer is when they crush it. So we'll see how this does this weekend. It is the Penthouse on a Friday. Thanks for joining us today. We do appreciate you guys always tuning in, and we hope you're entertained. Jimmy, good job as always. Thanks for your help.
Thank you, Greek. Thank you, Francis. Thank you for listening.
Franny, great job as always. Thanks for always making me feel like a special crayon in a box. You do such a great job.
What color are you?
Whatever color you want me to be.
Thank you, G-Man, for putting a smile on our face. Thank you, Jimmy, for everything you do. And, of course, thank you for listening. Make sure you're listening at 5 o'clock because that's your next opportunity to get your way into the iHeartRadio Music Festival, airfare, accommodations, the passes to the festival, and, of course, $1,000. G-Man, parting words.
Parting words is the Greek Zone is next. Jimmy and I are going to talk about the biggest strip club in Vegas. A buddy of mine went there the other night, and he just said it was crazy. He's been at strip clubs his whole life. Jimmy and I already checked it out on the website. He was a little familiar with it.
What's the name of this place?
Sapphires, Las Vegas version. So apparently there's one in New York as well. Which I mean, I've heard of Sapphire, so I was like, "Oh, what?" That number that name sounded familiar. And then, well, lo and behold, there's one out there. I got some facts about it too, so we'll talk about that.
Crazy. I mean, it's got a pool inside. I've never been there. I was at a couple other ones, but he just said, Greek, I'm telling you, I thought I was in a city beyond the city, like Home Depot and Yankee Stadium. And over 400 girls dancing. Wow. Like to sell shoes at that place. Or a couple other things. It is the Penthouse on a Friday. We'll be back with the Greek Zone and so much more. Peace.
On Real Radio. Our Florida Panthers have slashed their way through the NHL playoffs to become Eastern Conference champions.
All I do is win, no matter what. The final seconds tick away, and the Florida Panthers are going to the Stanley Cup final.
The puck is dropping on an epic battle for the Stanley Cup against the Edmonton Oilers. Real Radio is your official home for Florida Panthers hockey and the Stanley Cup final. Catch every